Hello everyone and welcome to Prestige Encounters, the Dungeons & Dragons campaign that apparently did not get the memo. I'm your Dungeon Master Salkos, and this is the original D&D campaign brought to you by Prestige Gaming Community. The champions have a quite deathly situation before them, but before we get into all that, we would like to acknowledge the artists that put so much work into the show and, you know, just make it what it is today. First and foremost, we have Starving Artists, who does all the character art that you see below. You can commission her. She's doing the Halloween one-shot bust portraits as well, which look so cool. Really excited for that. You have 79 and Endo, who do our merch designs, and they also do character design as well. You can find all three of their information in our Discord by going to pgc.gg/discord to join the server today. We also have Midnight Syndicate, which is a goth, horror, and fantasy RPG music production group that you can go to their YouTube channel, watch their music videos, listen to them on Spotify, or ask your Amazon Alexa device to play their music right now. We have the Victor Brothers, who do Celtic and fantasy music as well. You go subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can find their music on Spotify as well. It really can bring a whole lot more life to your campaigns at home. The last thing we would like to say, Ellis, you have something for us today.
I do. So is it what I'm thinking of? Is it?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So I commissioned Endo for a little portrait. So I got a half body sketch. If you'd like to go ahead and show it, Michael.
Yeah.
I just want to say thank you to Endo, by the way. It is so beautiful, and it makes my heart just fill with joy every single time I see it. But yeah, so I thought this would be perfect. Cute.
That's awesome.
Yo, that's so good.
It's her and Gary.
Yeah.
Literally, Gary is. Oh, he's so.
Oh man.
Cute, bro.
Oh, the warm firelight in the background. Ah.
Before it all went wrong.
I mean, mid everything going wrong, but yeah.
You may also be wondering who this new face is. We may or may not be getting to them this session. We will find out. But unless there is anything else to announce, go ahead, grab your snacks, grab your drinks, as we welcome you to our table and begin session 81 of Prestige Encounters. And welcome back, everyone. Where we last left off, the champions of Caterin found themselves in the Shadowfell. They met death theirself and found a necropolis, which the path leading up to the city within the mountains was marked by bodies of slain victims of what is now known as a Skull Lord, a creature that led his armies of the undead to take over the city that was previously run by Shadar-kai guardians, and converted all of its citizens into conscious undead beings. Normally undead, as you know, are just reanimated and just do their master's bidding, but these ones kept their undead nature, their evil undead nature, but also were able to have conversations with judges, interact, and go about their daily lives as if they were not living, but yeah, as if they're lives, except they do enjoy the flesh of any live victims who wander into their city. While you were infiltrating the city, you did send Claude, your skeleton saboteur, in. Not the brightest thing in the world, but he did have his use. You all disguised yourself or turned yourselves invisible and entered into the city, where you were actually confronted by the Shadar-kai leader that told you all what the city was. The city was built to be the stronghold that protected the prison of Veskar the Insatiable, a shadow dragon that was vanquished this world and warped into the shadow dragon that it is now from its previous form. As you all stand in this abandoned house, the groans and moans of the undead outside begin to fill your ears. Champions, what would you like to do?
I'd like to ask further, what do we call you? I'm saying to the Shadar-kai. You know our names, what do we call you?
Delani.
Delani. The undead out there, they seem like they're just living their lives. They don't seem a threat, not unless a living thing might show itself. What happens to those unlives out there if we do as you say and kill the one who leads them?
I don't know. I do not
How many
know
more
if they are like the normal undead and they would be laid to rest once their master was vanquished, but these are different. I do not know if they're connected in such a way.
They seem like individuals. I have another question for you. How many more of them? How many more are there of you, of the Shadar-kai? How many more are there?
4, including me.
Then we have a problem. Unless... Well, my last question is about the thing at the bottom of this keep. The thing in the jail down below. The dragon. This place was built to protect it, built to guard it, yes?
Yes.
And the undead, do they guard it now? Are they sufficient to keep out any who might break that thing out? Do they
Maybe
know
for
what's
a
down there?
short amount of time. I do not know their ambitions.
What would you do if we were to purge this place? What would you do? Would you be able to resume the duties of guarding this thing, even if there were only 4 of you? Could your numbers somehow grow? Could there be other elves like you somewhere out there?
It is possible. There's a lot of information I do not have. All I know is that my ancestors were charged with defending this place, and I failed them.
Not yet. This place, your people fell. This place is still here, guarding the thing below. Yes?
No way.
So whatever we do to abide by your duties, we can't let that thing undefended. I'm happy to help you in your quest for vengeance, but I want to be assured that we would not be inadvertently letting that dragon out.
As I said, a moment in your world is a long time here.
Enough time to rebuild?
If given the support. Yes.
And the thing that you ask of us, do you ask us to eliminate the leader?
and his lieutenants.
I think that we can do.
There are 3 of them.
I'll look to the group.
You may have
We can move quietly.
You may have noticed them throughout the city. They were once mortals such as us who were approached by a being of some power, but unfortunately for magic casters of that type, sometimes death is not the end. They are now the withered husks of the magic casters as they once were.
You've been able to get around here unseen, I suppose. Have you seen if they gather anywhere, all of them together?
The ruined keep?
Then that's where we need to go. One place, one target, one big hit. And I'll look at Hughes-esque. If we can give you enough time.
Yeah. There'll be one big hit, and it'll all be wrapped up from there.
What do you think, team?
Sounds like it could work.
I feel like leaving this place. I don't feel right killing the undead. Maybe the Skull Lord, but I feel like we need to have a conversation first. And maybe
I agree.
while we're having that conversation, we can let Hughes-esque work on his spell.
Let's.
Whatever
I like
you
your line of
decide-
thinking.
Whatever you decide, take this. And from beneath her cloak, she produces a speaking stone. You can only use it once per day, remember. But I must return to my comrades. Just let me know what you decide.
Sending stone?
I think
What?
we'll do it.
Sending stone?
Yeah.
Sending stone.
Yeah.
Before you go, we thank you for this. And if we can provide help outside of this favor, you let us know. I think all of us at the material plane would be just as invested in keeping your people strong, if only because you protect us.
I will always help those who have helped me.
We'll proceed to the keep now. If you need a signal, we'll give it.
She steps into one of the shadows in the corner and kind of just like melts into and disappears. You are seemingly left alone.
Well,
It's a nifty trick. Can you do that, Jack?
nope.
You,
Not yet.
you're pretty close to being able to do that. Seems like you almost do that when you dip into the shadows.
No, that's just good old-fashioned being a bastard.
Hmm.
No. I'm getting there, I suppose. It's certainly come in handy now, especially if we're going to sneak into that keep. But as it is, I think I might be the only one who can get by without being invisible.
Being a sneaky bastard sure is useful.
So, here's what I'm thinking.
Real quick,
Yeah.
the Shadowcry that just left, was that a male or female elf?
Female.
Female. All right.
It's really hard to discern from the 4 that you've seen. It's really hard to discern the gender of the Shadowcry. They all have like basically the same body type, and they seem to all like shave their heads and look differential between not very different between the 4 of them. But that one was female.
Okay. The lieutenants that she was talking about, she said that they were granted their magic power, through some powerful being. That sounds oddly familiar, doesn't it? And I look
Yes,
at
it does.
our what, 4 warlocks? Is that what we have?
We have 3.
Three.
Three
Three.
warlocks.
Yeah. Hmm.
Denton had his power through some kind of god, it's true, and then there's Elith. Shada seems to borrow it. I borrow mine.
And
Yes.
our holy friend here.
Also borrowed from a god.
So, let's say you're right. Who would be a powerful entity, a patron of the undead? Who would we be dealing with?
And just look at Elith. Don't say anything, just look at her.
There's a couple.
Who would be invested in a conquest of some kind? Who would we have to worry about?
Well, the Skull Lord, isn't it?
Yeah.
You
Sounds
have
like
to
a
go
prick.
through, don't you have to go through trial for that?
Maybe.
I think you have to go through trial with Orcus.
Interesting.
Orcus. Oh, I'm gonna look at Ella for a moment, but then not say anything. But, here's what I'm thinking. They said three lieutenants, right? And the Skull Lord. So the way I see it, we could either wait until they all gather in one place, and then safely take them all out without much risk of collateral damage. A controlled attack. All at once. Not give them any warning, provided we get there in position without being detected. Or we seek out a few of these.
I do feel that we will have to guard the edges of such perimeter, because if they escape from Qzescu's zone, then
We'll have to make sure they get close enough. A parlay, for instance, could provide a diversion, but hopefully he'll have already started by that point. The other thing I was thinking of is, if we were quiet enough about it, we could seek out some of these lieutenants first. 1, 2, maybe all 3 of them. That's fewer that we would have to face all at once should something go wrong, but it could give them enough time to prepare themselves. Take out one, likely the others will know.
We don't know how they communicate. If we do go about it one at a time, it's likely that they will know we're coming and be ready to prepare.
Agreed. The element of surprise is probably the one that we have, the best thing we have in our favor right now.
I still am not a big proponent of attack now, ask questions later. We don't know their side of the story at all. Granted,
No,
we might go in to have a conversation and be attacked yet again. That seems to happen to us. But
do you think we should try having a face, maybe? Try and negotiate with them?
That is absolutely assured. And I think, Amber, I'd like you to be there one way or another. But I think what would probably have to happen is a division. Two parties. A split. Qzescu in a safe, tucked away place, and that's where all of us gather. We make sure the area could be defended. We leave a few there to defend. And then a small contingent starts the parley. We ensure that we have their attention. Maybe 5 minutes, maybe less. However long it takes for the ritual. And if it looks like we're getting somewhere, we give a signal. Qzescu pauses the ritual.
Master.
assuming that's Claude.
Yes.
Claude.
Is okay. Yes, Claude.
I find something interesting.
What did you find, Claude?
Sneezing man.
Sneezing man?
Yes.
Mm,
And in the through his eyes briefly, you see a human with sparks kind of like popping around them, like in a sneezing fit.
That's peculiar.
Is this interesting, Master?
That is very interesting. Don't bring too much attention to him.
Casual.
Casual. Continue to pet the kitten. Well, seems there's a human here who's alive and desperately needs help. We should head that way. Before we do head that way, though, real quick, Elith, I have a present for you. And I give her my pearl of power. I noticed you're not you don't have a lot of spells that you can cast, and this should help you be able to cast more.
She's speechless.
She is speechless.
I'm sorry, you gave that to me?
Yeah. You get a pearl of power. It will give you a spell slot back, but only up to 3rd level.
Okay.
So, like, you cast everything at like 6th level or whatever, but you can cast an additional spell at 3rd level.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Nifty.
Hopefully, yeah, let me see here. You know what's crazy is that a lot of my stuff, it doesn't feel that efficient against the undead. It just turns people into the undead.
Yeah.
That's alright.
This will be interesting to see. Did your zombie friend say where this human is? How close? Can we get there quietly? We have to preserve this element of surprise.
Well, I know what way he's traveling, so I'm assuming it's that way. And I'll point to the direction that Claude is.
All right.
You said he was in trouble? Besides being in a city full of undead, is he wounded?
He, Can I make an Arcana check to see what the fuck was happening?
Sure.
Shit, 13.
You don't know.
Yeah, there's just a bunch of sparks flying out of him.
All right. I'm happy to go take a look. We could use all the help we could get if indeed he's willing to play ball. So if everyone can get ready to turn invisible, do we have that, or are we going to go very quietly?
I can turn people invisible. How many people need to be invisible?
We got Zark.
Let's see.
Kelvin could probably turn someone. I can hide.
I'm disguised.
I'm disguised.
Aren't you disguised as like a bush?
Me? No, I'm disguised as like a weird wraith with like moss hanging off and everything.
Yeah, a bush. I'm gonna turn you invisible again.
Flying bush.
I'm bushy.
Doesn't like your disguise.
It's like the disguise guys.
Alright, so Kelvin will turn himself and Shada invisible, and that means I need to get myself, Eleth, and Uzescu, and Zark. I need to get 4. Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
I guess everyone. I'll disguise. I'll make myself look like zombie me. You see maggots like writhing in and out of like the empty eye socket.
You do
You
that.
got the stinky stones too, right?
Kelvin, yeah, you still have the sticky stones too, Kelvin, yep.
Okay.
Okay, so en masse we are going to that sorcerer. right? Lead the way, I guess, and I'll like hold. I guess could you maybe you can follow and I'll follow your sound.
Is it a sorcerer? I'll
The human.
I'll get behind you and point you and guide you. Like
You said something about blue lightning. All right, yeah, works for me.
Conga line behind him again.
yeah.
Okay, conga line. Close conga line. Let's double up. Let's do
Ember, you do get
two
a
at a time.
flash of Claude kind of like shoving this half-rotten kitten like into his face. Pet.
Good job, Claude.
Okay.
Master. Just one bite.
Yes. No.
Oh. All right. So, as you're walking through, Shada, make an intelligence check.
Oh, me? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Nice shot,
All right.
smart.
Not very. 12.
There's something about this city that seems familiar to you. You can't quite put your finger on it, but it's familiar.
Interesting.
Huh.
And as you kind of
Damn, if
mentioned
only I
it,
had a flash of genius.
and as you kind of mentioned it to the rest of the party, the rest of you start to think about it, and it does look familiar. There are 3 rings to the city, each ring tiered. But this one's ruined, a dark reflection.
Is this Restoria, but like Necropolis Restoria?
It is.
That's what I was thinking.
Holy shit.
Well,
I wonder if that.
Okay.
well,
Keep together.
it
Could be messing with her mind.
it's the same shape as Restoria, so
That
the
means we know
layout
where we're going.
should be pretty similar.
That's how.
Anyway, this way to Claude.
You know, it makes me wonder what's going on down in the prison in the real keep, back in the prime material.
Well, probably not a shadow dragon.
Hopefully.
What about a regular dragon?
Regular dragon.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a regular gold dragon there for a
Down there.
while.
Yeah, just a, your regular.
Oh my
gold
god, you're
dragon.
right.
Just
Interesting.
Yeah.
variables.
Just
Huh.
a stock monstrosity.
Yeah.
Probably not the last dragon that'll be kept down there.
So,
I really hope
Okay.
it is.
Yeah, now we're going like quiet. We're like, no.
I need everyone to make a
I'm dead
stealth
now.
check with advantage,
Okay.
please.
Woo, natural 20.
Well, 15.
16.
So that's a 21
That's-
total.
Wow.
Yeah. Plus 1 to
Man,
stealth. And then
16 is super low for me.
Kelwin
You got
has.
You got the stinkstone in the disguise.
Kelwin
I
got a
do.
19.
That was with advantage too, Jack?
Yeah, I rolled a natural
Oh.
2 and a natural 4.
Oh,
2 and a 4. So,
All right.
16. That's what I got.
I'm sneakier than Jack, just this once.
Just today. I'm making noise. I'm like whispering back to you, and then I'm like, oh, fuck.
It's okay, you don't need
I'm
to.
a zombie
be
right now,
sneaky.
sir.
You're a zombie.
I wish eternity didn't hurt so much.
Hey, at least you're missing an eye. That helps with the.
Kurt if it's missing, right?
So, you all managed to make it to the second ring of the city. You find a building that has like a sign that's faded away. Whatever words it said before is now gone, unreadable. The wood is rotting. There's a number of fungi and decay on it. The windows are broken. And you look inside, and it looks like it was once a bakery. And kind of like standing in the door frame is Claude. Nothing to see here. Keep moving. Cat.
Claude.
Claude, you can move on now. Keep looking for interesting things.
Okay.
Don't look at old chap.
Is that in his ribcage?
All right,
Yes.
so we're going towards this human.
Wow.
Oh,
So kind of crouched behind the broken counter, you find a human, and yeah, would you like to describe your character?
Yes. So Sam is currently crouched there, kind of clutching onto his kind of torn and scorched bag, and he's wearing this pair of brown trousers that are also like very like scorched and such, and he just doesn't have a shirt. There's like burn scars all over his body, and there's like a weird scar on the back of his head. He has like brown hair, blue eyes. He's like 5'11", like 190 pounds. He's not that big, but yeah.
You see an undead guy with like like half his face rotting and like a raggedy black hat, and he's approaching you like, "Don't worry, we've come for you."
You don't see
Freaks out
anybody
and casts
else.
lightning lore.
You see nobody else.
You need to make a strength saving throw.
Oh, strength saving throw.
Yes.
Ooh. Okay.
I'm not gonna counterspell
It's
it.
on site.
That's a 10.
I'll counterspell
Yeah, that
it.
fails. So you'll take 17 points of lightning damage and get tugged 10 feet closer.
I will use my reaction to use uncanny dodge.
they're gonna kill each other.
And
They're gonna kill each other.
Oh my god.
okay, I'm
Wait,
pulled.
wait,
I'm
what?
pulled
Yeah, no,
closer.
and Sam starts screaming, "Freaking zombies! Freaking zombies!"
I cast silence. I cast
Yeah,
silence.
and I will drop my disguise over just from my face, just for a moment, and I'll look like my living self.
When I cast silence, 4 people appear just in front of you, and you
Okay.
cannot talk anymore.
Okay. So you note that there was like a lot of sparks gathering around one of his other hands, and he just kind of lowers it, and the sparks dissipate, and he's like, "Where are we?"
Can't say anything.
Yeah.
No, he kind of mouths
So-
it. He's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, no sound."
So I'll just mouth. You're in a lot of danger, but I'm just mouthing it so you won't hear it. That's for the benefit of our listeners.
I'll cast message on him. What are you doing
Oh yeah,
here?
the message will get through, but like in a zone of silence, you're relying on this guy's insight, and that's a bad idea.
Cast message. What are you doing here?
So, I was just trying to. Oh wait, give me a second. I need to double check. Do I have that?
And that's all the words.
So my guy casts prestidigitation to create a sign with his response. He's like, I was just getting ready for the day. Tried casting like mage armor. Something went weird. I don't really remember what I said, but then I was, here. It's kind of freaky.
I will cast prestidigitation to do the same in response. Nice to meet you. I'm Jack. And I'll gesture to friends.
I'll drop silence. You're an idiot.
To be fair, this place is scary.
Also, like,
This is the
I'm not
second one we've
expecting
saved from
zombies to
certain
secretly
death.
be living people.
We
Certain death is where we travel.
we saved that one, and I'm pointing at Huzescu. We saved that one
That's
from hell. Do you know where you are?
Not a clue.
Well, luckily it's not hell.
But I'm
It's not far off either.
I'll have to agree with you there, although I'm guessing it's not far off.
No. Luckily for you, we've got a pretty good track record now with rescuing people.
Okay, like if you could just get me out of here and to a place that makes sense, that will be good enough for now.
Yeah.
We will be traveling back to the prime material plane. Stay behind the cat and don't die. The cat
Can
is
you do
invisible.
Can you do more of that? Whatever the hell you just did with the sparks?
Actually, it's a bit of a specialty of mine. I do a lot of lightning.
Do you need something to wear? You're in drag and rags.
Don't
Look
worry
around.
about that. It'll just burn off.
Oh, okay.
I have to like treat my pants, make sure that those don't burn. There's actually a lot of stuff you can do about that, like special oils and such. I have to do that with my bag as well. I just haven't had the funds to do it to a shirt.
All right. Look. Well, listen, Chappie. So, what was your name?
Oh, I'm Sam. Sam Thornton.
Sam Thornton. We need to do something that's going to require a lot of subtlety. And if we're going to get through alive, we can't afford to be caught until the time is right. But we will need someone who can do a lot of that. And I'll point at the sparks.
Okay.
When the
I
time
guess
is
I'm your
right.
guy.
Can you move
if you
quietly?
don't want wild and chaos, I will probably just have to withhold all magic until, you want explosions.
Oh, there'll be explosions.
Okay, good.
When it happens, well, maybe. The rate it's going, it's probably going to happen. If it does, welcome to the team. In the meantime, let's keep our heads down. Keep the lightning to a minimum. Now,
I'll try.
all that invisibility getting here, that probably taxed us a bit. How's everyone doing? Can we turn people invisible again and make our way to the keep?
I don't think it's been a full hour.
Oh,
Invisibility dropped.
but I had to drop invisibility on 4 people so that I
Right.
could silence him,
Yeah.
so we didn't get attacked by the zombies.
Makes sense.
Well,
Okay.
I can
Do you want your pearl back? Would that
the,
help?
The pearl would not help at all in this situation. I would have to use my 6th level spell slot to cover all of us plus him.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
What does that leave you with? Does that leave you with enough?
depending on how stealthy we're feeling, I do have a broom,
That's true.
and they can't really, reach. So.
The broom could very well be useful for getting into that keep. I mean, it's a keep. It's built to keep things out, and so getting in there is going to be a trick. Getting in from the sky, probably going to be a good way to do it.
How far are we away from the keep?
About an hour-long walk. It's about the same distance from Flumpcakes to the main keep.
Okay, we've got a bit of travel, and we need to do so quietly. So invisibility, Kelvin, maybe. Kelvin, do you think you've got?
I mean,
Perhaps you
Cullen
could shave him up.
is still invisible with Shada. They're both.
Oh, okay. Okay, perfect. So he's good. That leaves Yuzescu, Eleth, Amber, new guy, and Shada. New guy being Sam.
No, Zark, not Shada. Zark is
Okay,
invisible.
sure. Okay.
If we would like to get there faster, not invisible, but fast, I can turn into a giant eagle and fly 2 people at a time there.
Element of surprise. I mean, we could be going for the lieutenants if we're going to go for that kind of action. T-Rex in the streets, a lot of undead underfoot.
We could go T-Rex, but I feel like flying would put us above the undead, and really we'd only have to worry about the illusion.
Could you turn into something quieter, like an owl?
I can turn into
A giant owl capable of carrying 2 people?
giant owls, giant eagles. They're both just about as stealthy, I think.
I have a question.
I think the owl
Ember.
is slightly stealthier.
Your little skeleton, Claude.
Hmm.
What kind of undead has he seen? Is it just zombies, or do we have
He's seen that like withered humanoid thing that's not a skeleton, but its flesh is like sunken around it. And then he's seen zombie kids and I think zombie adults, and I think that's it.
Skeletons and
'Cause I
spectral
know-
figures as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I know that we saw the I'm pretty sure we saw someone on the wall. Some kind of sorcerer or someone.
You also saw zombie ogres opening and closing the gates.
Right, we did.
I'm just
Well-
wondering if I use how do you say it? Thaumaturgy? Yeah. If I use that and I just yell really loud and I draw a lot of attention, I'm wondering if there's a way to draw attention away. Because if you fly 2 people, I can only fly 1 more. And I don't think that's enough for everyone to fly.
I think any flying will immediately give us away. And while drawing attention could be useful if we were within immediate striking distance, if we've got a long way to travel, that's a long time for you to be in the crosshairs.
Okay.
I think if we continue on the ground unseen together, we've got a better chance of making it to the keep without them being in ready mode. Does that make sense?
Do you think we can try and just hide and not be invisible? Is that
We could try.
possible?
What's my tactical assessment of that possibility, DM? Do we see a lot of places where we could just sort of make our way there without being invisible, but reasonably stealthy? Guess we
Make
wouldn't roll with advantage.
a wisdom check with advantage.
Wisdom check with advantage. Cool. May I add my survival proficiency to that?
Sure.
Okay. That is a 21. Yeah, 21.
21. It's possible. If this were normal undead, your odds would be greater. But these are ones with consciousness. They can look around. They can see. There are the streets are not, heavily crowded, but there are quite a bit of undead throughout the city, and the buildings are kind of ruined. I'm not saying it's impossible or it's hard, but from as a player perspective, the DC would probably be between 15 and 20 range.
Hey, I just had a thought. The sewers. The underground passages. That might be a way in. I mean, you spent a lot of time in Restoria. Do you know of any underground passages where we might be able to sneak through? Somewhere that might lead to the keep?
DM, do
there
I?
was a sewer that you all have been in the city. It was the grate that led you to the Emperor's prison. But you have to get
Where
to
the Shadow Dragon is probably now.
Where you have to get to the inner ring to do that. You haven't really you all haven't really explored the sewers of Restoria and Ember until you were on this venture. You were mostly a college professor, always inside kind of dude.
Yeah, not a lot of sewer excursions, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe we can be on the lookout for that, but yeah, I don't know. My feeling is that going invisible is probably going to be our best bet. It just leaves us without some of the bigger stuff that you could do, doesn't it?
Mhm.
Does. It doesn't make me useless, but not very useful.
I mean,
And Sam kind of shrugs and says, technically I can make things invisible, but it's not gonna last nearly long enough.
okay.
I have this greater invisibility spell, but like
Oh, it's only
use
a
it in
minute.
pinch
Yeah.
for this.
Well, real quick, who else can disguise themselves? He's asking me, myself.
Not through means of magic.
Oh, I see.
Just kind of threw something on and it worked for a little bit. I could give it another go if it helps.
I think, yeah, you could. But I think what this is pointing to, Ember, is that you would be absolutely useful in this capacity. In fact, this is how you could be the most useful, is making sure that we get to that keep unseen, preserving the element of surprise, if we can.
As you all are standing there, you begin to hear this wailing sound.
Uh-oh.
As soon as I hear the wailing sound, I will turn everybody other than Jack invisible.
Okay.
If we get a moment once we get to the keep, I might be able to be a bit more useful.
Yeah.
I'll explain later.
Okay. All right, so let's proceed back into the thoroughfare then.
Jack.
I'm back in my disguise.
Okay, so you're going back to your disguise?
Yeah.
Alright, so as you get back to your disguise, like coming from the upstairs into this room is the form of a woman. A veil hides her face, her hair has mats and hangs in a disorganized, disheveled mess. She's wearing a wedding dress, holding these flowers in front of her, much like a bride walking down the aisle, kind of letting out the soft wail as she begins to float throughout the room.
As soon as I turned invisible, I'm out of the building.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna in character make a hasty exit, but shuffling along, not making eye contact with whatever the hell she is.
Okay.
Okay.
Duly noted.
Okay. Bonus action disengage.
Clear, I think I know what that is, but I'm doping right out of there.
All right. So now you're all back out into the street. What would you like to do?
Okay, we are proceeding towards the inner ring. Over the next hour, we're going to navigate these streets, and as a group, get to where we need to go, closer to the keep.
All right. Is there anything you would like to do while you're walking through the city, and weaving and dodging throughout the undead?
I'd like to, while we go, keep an eye out for any lieutenants.
All right, go to make a perception check, and everybody, including Jack, make a stealth check.
Advantage again or no?
With advantage, because you are invisible.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I have stealth
23.
disadvantage.
I got a 4.
Yeah.
I have a 21.
Nice. I got a nat 20, 26 stealth.
Nice.
So
Nice.
21, 26, 4,
9.
9.
16 for me, 21 for Kelwin.
Okay.
How'd Zark do?
And Jack, what also did you roll? I might have missed it.
Well, I got a 14 on that perception check. Here comes Zark's stealth check is 20.
20.
My stealth check was 23.
So,
Yeah.
Elith and Huzescu, as you were walking, Elith, you trip over something and you look down and it's actually a arm that is missing its owner. And as you fall, whoever is has their hand on you begins to fall as well, and you realize that it's Yuzescu. You're quickly grabbed and pulled back up, Squid Game style, and
Yeah.
and you realize that your newfound friend, the one that's behind you, along with Shada, felt you both falling forward and managed to catch you just in time.
Wow.
Thanks, Sam. I don't say because I don't see any of this. Huh?
I'm like, you guys good?
It's a close one. That's really gross.
Yeah, it's definitely disgusting. Let's get going.
Jack, what was your perception check?
It was a 14.
14. So you're trying to scan the crowd as it's getting denser as you get closer to these inner ring. As mentioned, there are zombies, skeletons of all types, mostly elves. You know the undead Shutter Kai. There are shadows, there are specters, a few ghosts, little balls of light that are like kind of floating around as well that you recognize to be will-o-wisps. And kind of standing on the inner wall, looking down at where you notice that one of the these withered individuals, kind of watching you all, everybody go about their business, eyes glowing, the soft light and the shades of gray that make up this world. You recognize to be what it was described to you as one of the lieutenants.
Okay. And he's sort of looking at everyone. All right. Great. How is he armed? What's
so
he
looking at him? He doesn't seem to have any weapons on him. He has two large claws, but not as large as like a bone claw would. Just talons of normal human size. But you do notice as this creature that comes from the Shadowfell of an avian type begins to like dive towards it, and it just lets out a bolt of light and just dissipates whatever this was.
Can I use my Know Your Enemy feature to like spend a minute to look at him and get his HP?
Yeah.
Alright. Then I
Ooh,
shall do that.
Yeah.
So its hit points are 110.
Okay. Alright. 110 hit points. So it's fairly strong. Not, super strong, but it's like, it's up there, definitely.
Yeah.
Easy work for
At
us.
least, but we don't know what he can do. Besides what we just saw him do, which is kind of scary.
Okay. We're gonna keep moving, and I'm making sure I'm not like standing in the middle of the street or anything. We're continuing our walk, but yeah, good to note.
So, as the moon continues to climb into the sky, it's now hitting nighttime. There is a very deep and thunderous ring of a bell tower, and you watch as the lieutenant that is on the wall turns and begins to make its way towards the keep. And then a few moments later, there is a bird where another one of these is mounted on that flies towards the tower, and then finally a griffin that is also undead flies towards the tower, the central keep.
We totally could have been birds flying towards that tower.
Nobody would have.
Nobody would have known.
That's funny.
Well, would have had to have looked like that.
So as you're kind of like, walking around the tower, you know the keep, you notice that the inner wall is not what it is in Restored. This is mostly collapsed. The inside seems to be nothing more than tree growth and ruined buildings. The keep is definitely just a pile of rubble.
I really let this place go. Okay.
Okay,
Looking
so
for the.
we have a sending stone that we can use once a day, and it's
Mhm.
almost the end of the day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who has the sending stone?
It is Jack. Jack. Sorry, I was yawning. Jack.
Yep. No worries. Jack, maybe we should ask that Shutter Kai if the keep was always like this, or if it's something that these undead have done.
Do you think that's more useful than being able to let her know that the job's done, or calling her if we need help?
Well, if the job is done, we can tell her in the morning, and
That's true.
if we need help, I don't.
She
think
won't be able to.
Yeah.
All right. I'll hand you the sending stone. Whatever her answer is, it may even be more useful. You may get more sense out of it. You wanted to know about whether it's something they did to the keep, and therefore you want to know how to get in. Is that right?
Not necessarily how to get in. And we don't. It's not a pressing issue. I was just curious. We can hold off on using the sending stone until later.
All right. We'll keep that in mind. I'm interested too. So from here, there's this pile of rubble. The keep itself is still there. It's kind of in the midst of it, or I mean, can we tell where that central area, where the gathering point might be from here?
From where you are, you don't really have the vantage point to see. But there,
Okay.
when I say keep, it is mostly just piles of stone. There's no walls, no structure. It is a ruined building, dilapidated
Okay.
and gone.
Okay.
I feel
Great.
like this is deliberate interior decorating,
Yeah.
is what Sam
Wow.
says. Like, they're very much into this aesthetic.
Gloom. Yeah. Very gloomcore. We'll have to look for an entrance. DM, might we look for an entrance, either a main entrance or more tucked away, preferably a more tucked away secret entrance?
Make an investigation check with advantage.
And it is rolling. 18.
Yeah, I mean, it's really easy to see where you can enter. You could literally enter from almost at any point. The walls are mostly gone. They're
Their
Like,
hubris will be
all
their
over us,
undoing.
Is it?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
I mean, it might.
Yeah, is it going to fall over on us?
It's just, ruined wall. There's not like it could be unstable, but it's mostly just where the wall has been destroyed from attacks or something along those lines, deliberate or not, you don't
Okay.
know.
So from where we are, can we, now that we've maybe gotten a sense of where we might be able to get in, is there a place where we could rest up and do the thing that Ember needs to do before we go in?
With the investigation,
Somewhere.
there are inside the ring. There are very few buildings. The closer you get to the center, the less structural the buildings seem to be.
Okay, let's pull into a really old, disused structure, quiet, out of the way, nothing there. Hopefully, would that be all right?
So it does take you. Are you looking for one building that has nothing, Or are you trying?
What I'm looking for, so you know what I'm looking for? I'm looking for a building that is close to an entrance to the ruins. So if we can just like go, kind of head into it. Maybe not. If we have to have dropped invisibility by that point, but do so without,
you are
not being seen.
running out of time on invisibility, but you find 3 buildings. One has many. It's really close to ruins. One has many undead kind of shuffling around the building, like bumping into each other. There's one that is resemblant of your gnomish friend, Halfling, the colleague of Elvira and Creed Kip, where his apartment was. That one has a few creatures lumbering around it, and then the last one is a little bit further, about a 20-minute walk to the ruins, and that one has nothing.
Okay, safest spot, I think 20 minutes away. Good for us.
How long do we have left on the spell, roughly?
So I would say you have enough time on your invisibility to choose one of the 3 places before it drops.
Okay.
Oh yeah, 20 minutes.
Go to the safest spot.
Does it? Hold on. Before we do that, does it look like the undead are actively avoiding that one?
Make an insight check.
Oh no. As we're going towards it.
Insight. 22.
Doesn't seem to be a reason why. It's more so out of the way.
Okay. Double speed. Let's go. That one. Go.
All right.
Oh. Yeah.
I need everyone to make a dexterity check. Not saving throw, a check.
Yeah.
Just raw dexterity.
Ooh.
20.
4.
I got a 5.
18.
Uh-oh.
We're not feeling athletic today.
Not feeling particularly dexterous.
Hugh, what did you get?
6.
Okay. So, as you all are trying to get into this building, there is a time in which you're standing outside, and 2 of you drop invisibility before you enter. Whether something noticed you or not, you do not immediately know. But you manage to get inside a few moments after it drops.
I see.
I need 30 minutes.
That was stressful. That was very
and I'm
stressful. I kind of peek outside, see if anything noticed.
I'm gonna sit down immediately and just block everything out and like concentrate on taking a short rest and doing my arcane recovery.
Is there a second level to the building?
There was. There's not anymore.
Okay.
Okay. Everybody huddle near me and give me a minute. I'm going to make a magic circle that can keep undead away from us.
Oh,
So I'm going
That's
to
not a bad idea. Okay,
cast
yeah, let's do
a
that.
magic circle at the 3rd level.
Do you think they might sense something like that and come poking to see why they can't get in?
If they can keep poking in, it won't matter by the time they get here. I think.
That's fair.
If need be, we can just obliterate all of them with forbiddance.
If it becomes loud, it becomes loud. We got this far. It's something.
It's not preferred, but it's an
If
alternative.
we have to improvise, we will almost certainly have to improvise when the time comes. But in the meantime, the best we can do is get there as controlled as we can. All right. Take 5.
5.
Yeah.
I did say that I peeked outside the door to see if anything noticed. Is there anything obviously on the street that could have noticed us?
Make a perception check.
17.
17. Looking around, there are 2 zombies that are kind of being able to walk towards the building that you're in. They seem to be trying to do it stealthily.
I go ahead and inform the party of this.
They're what? Okay.
Yeah, there's a couple of them that are trying to stealth their way over here.
All right. And I'm gonna disguised. I am going to flank around and try to get a look at these zombies. Get a sight of them.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of go out through one of the windows and you flank around and make an investigation check.
Let me know when a minute passes, by the way, so I know when the circle's
That's
up.
when a minute would have passed. What is
Oh,
the radius of the circle?
The circle's radius is
10 feet, I believe.
10 feet radius, yeah. 20 feet tall as well,
All right.
but 10 feet.
Barely
radius.
wide enough for you all to fit inside.
24.
All right. So they are kind of walking forward. They aren't wearing armor, but they both have daggers drawn.
Do they look frail?
Vaguely.
You gonna try and shot them?
I'm gonna approach. I saw some of that way, but also another that way.
Make a deception check.
Okay. $26.
Oof.
26. Okay, so they kind of like stop and they look at each other, and then they both separate off in the directions that you chose. That you
Okay,
pointed.
away from my party.
It's almost like Jack did the same exact thing in real Restoria.
And I'm gonna go rejoin the party.
Okay.
I have no idea if that's gonna work. Let's see. Okay.
So, by now this
go
up.
up to purchase. Yeah. The circle's ready? Okay.
Jack, as
Oh,
you,
that feels
before
funny.
you rejoin, as you turn around to go back to the party, you come face to face with a large, rotting, floating head with one eye. You've seen a creature like this before, but this one is less alive. Kind of like teeth, half black and green, rotting out of its head. Its eye is a single white spot, except for this like pink red veins around the edges, just like drooling. You recognize it to be a beholder.
Oh god. Okay. I'm gonna get around it, out of its gaze, and keep working on my disguise, making sure it's still working.
The one of its little eye stalks turns and like wants you move away from it,
Mm-hmm.
and just floats away.
Okay. I look down at my hands. Do they still look pale and rotting, undead?
They do.
Oh, thank God. Okay. Okay. Where is the beholder going? Is it still there? Is it kind of lurking, or is it moving off?
Just floating around with the rest of them.
Okay. Okay. Going back to the party.
Duly noted.
Okay.
Sam, meanwhile, is like, and you're sure this isn't hell?
Yeah, like we said, something close. We've got some bad news out there. There's a fucking undead beholder out there. I've never seen anything like that before. Do you remember that big eye thing the thing that turned you to stone there, Ember? I just saw one of those things, but it's dead.
I remember that thing all too well.
Yeah.
You only have one other eye to spare.
Yep. Also true. Let's hope it's not a repeat. or I'm gonna have to learn to start fighting blind.
I have faith.
In the meantime, yeah, let's well, now would be a good time to rest. But when it comes time to move, we may have to do this very clever with some cleverness. Ellet's thaumaturgy might draw some attention off. This might be the time. It's just
What is the range on thaumaturgy?
Let me check that.
Few hundred
At
feet.
30 feet.
What? Oh,
I feel like alerting them to 30 feet away from us is probably not the best idea.
it could be just the right thing at the right time.
Something to keep in our back pocket.
Yeah.
Yep.
It says originating from point of choice within range. Could be on the opposite side of where we are, you know?
Yep, exactly.
Across,
If
across
it
the
comes to it,
square or whatnot.
yeah, like behind them, something like that.
I can
Hey,
Sound of
also,
echoing footsteps.
Yes.
I can slam a door if we find a door, you know, like across the way.
So I was about to mention that. The crumbled wall of the keep,
Mm-hmm.
were there any like archways that have doors that are still intact?
A few.
I have something that will provide a much louder distraction. Do you guys remember when we were in the court of the Summer Queen? She said, "Entertain me."
Oh yes. Okay.
We can do that. It's got a range of 60 feet, so
Okay.
we'll need to be
Well,
kind of close, but if we're hidden...
yeah. Whatever happens, let's be sure that our distraction doesn't serve to draw attention to us.
And Sam just kind of nods and he's very confused.
Alright. Well, in the meantime, it's short rest o'clock, correct?
I've been short resting.
Yeah, you all can go ahead and take a short rest.
Before that happens, I'm going to cast Tiny Hut. Leoman's Tiny Hut.
Okay.
Because the magic circle is only going to last for an hour.
Okay.
Magic circle would only last an hour, but Leoman's Tiny Hut lasts 8 hours. So it'd be better to
We're
cast
very
that.
familiar.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. How do you have that?
I just have it. Might be a thing for the my subclass. I'll ritual cast it since we have time too.
Interesting.
So you won't get to do your short rest if you ritual cast it. 'Cause that's not light activity.
It's not a light activity
so
and it takes
you-
10 minutes.
You can choose between your spell cast or your short rest.
Take a break.
Take a break.
Well, it depends on what you can do. Actually, it's your call. It's your call. Maybe it's useful.
I don't think I need a short rest. My HP's full, and I can only get spell slots on a long
Oh.
rest.
Oh, hit us then. Hit us. Yeah. All right, let's do it.
Yeah,
Good
I
decision.
will just ritual cast Tiny Hut.
Oh, this is the life right here.
Great spell.
Okay.
A life. Nice and great.
Okay, so it's pretty quiet in here. And I don't think they can hear us outside.
No, they shouldn't.
All right.
That's good.
So,
That's
Shada, that thing you can do where you can get a reading on the enemy. I'd love to see I'd love to see if we can get a good vantage point, get a look at the Skull Lord, and you do that thing, and then just spend about a minute just observing him, see what we can learn about him.
Maybe
The more info I can get on him, the better.
Mm-hmm.
maybe he should come with us to talk to him, and the entire time we're talking, shut
We
us
don't.
figuring him out.
I'm not opposed to Shada being with us because God knows I'd want our frontline fighter right there in the front. But he might be able to get a good look at him from afar. as well. Even more time. We don't know if he's going to give us a whole minute.
That is fair.
Kind of.
Do we know
you guys
precisely where this Skull Lord is? Because if we could spy on him without even engaging with him, that would be a much better option.
I'm assuming
First
he's in the
one, then the other. Yeah. I think he's in there.
within
That's
the
what we've been led to
rubble.
believe.
Maybe under. Do y'all think he's under?
Yeah. Probably. Somewhere grand. If he's home. We don't know enough. We need to look.
If I was a Skull Lord, where would I be? I would
Lazing
be
about.
trying to figure out how to siphon power from a dragon that's imprisoned. That's what I would be doing if I was a Skull Lord.
Okay. If that's what he's trying to do, where's the dragon? He's probably not far from there.
I got a big look. The prison down below, accessible by the sewers. I hope you're wrong.
I also hope I'm wrong, but if it was me, that's what I would be doing.
If you need a frontline fighter to keep the heat off of you while Shada does his thing, I mean, I'm kind of good at that.
Good. We'll need that.
Did you live in Restoria, Sam?
So, I do a bit of wandering. I was in Restoria
Okay.
this morning.
Alright, I was gonna ask, because I was gonna ask if you knew about the big prison underneath the whole keep situation, but you're good. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Would I know about
I
that?
feel like
You would not.
Yeah, okay.
I feel like Sam is just getting a whole lot of new information thrown at him.
You're in for
Very
quite a
lost.
few revelations.
Fairly sure we mentioned the Emperor Gold Dragon at some point.
Not when he was around.
No, yeah.
Yeah, well,
There's,
maybe we have.
there's been a dragon up until recently, lurking down there, or imprisoned down there. He's dead now. But his
Cool
shot.
thing.
But
He was actually protecting the whole city.
apparently.
Being very
From
intimidating.
other dragons,
Yeah, so now
which
that
we have killed 2 of them.
Now he passed, so...
Yeah.
This is just
I have a
all
feeling we
process.
killed lieutenants.
Also, all of the ministries are kind of fucked.
Corrupt.
That's a word for it.
Well said.
See,
You sure gets the point across
Hey.
nice.
Quick question. If we saw one of the lieutenants, like, up top, do we not want to pick him off first thing? Do we just want to leave him there?
Point of order, he did leave at the sound of the bell.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shoot. So, okay, yeah, we're gonna... Yeah, you're good.
It's likely they'll be gathered together.
That's what I was
Where did the
thinking.
bell... Where's the bell tower? Is it, like, part of the keep?
It is part of the outer wall.
So,
There are bell towers throughout the city. There used to be a warning system.
Yeah.
yeah. So, we'll have to get to where they are. We have a fairly good idea of where. I think we should be together at least for the first part, and then separate off from there. Once we get a sense of the ground.
I agree.
Okay, good. Let's not split up just yet.
okay.
I also had a little idea to add on to that. So, I'm not sure if we'll need to pop the forbiddance or exactly when. Should we have a method of contact in case it needs to be done?
Yes.
My idea is you prepare the ritual, you prepare it up until the moment of casting, and you hold that spell and just hold it ready to be cast. That way I can send you a message and you
Oh,
release.
pick your password now, too. So we all know the password.
We also do have our own sending stones.
Didn't you
Do
tell a
we?
child a safe word?
I
That sounds
did
bad.
tell him apricot. Pause. No, that's
Hold
funny.
on. Pause for a moment.
It's a good thing I know it now.
Apricot.
Apricot.
Thank you.
In case it affects you.
Just in
Claude
case,
also
you never
knows
know.
apricot.
It
Precautionary.
is good to know that the group has a safe word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll need it.
Oh God.
Never know when you might die.
Safe to say we've seen a dungeon or two.
You just couldn't resist, could you?
Okay, bye everybody.
And that's the session.
um, so,
Not really though.
when the short rest comes to an end, we'll be proceeding to within the keep, I believe, unless there's anything else.
So as they leave, am I staying here to cast it?
No, you're coming with us. We're gonna cast that thing. Yeah. So plan is
you somewhere else.
yeah. Plan is we're going inside, getting a sense of where they are. We're finding a good vantage point where you can safely begin that ritual and have it ready to complete when we give the signal.
I
What's
have
best?
I have an idea for the signal. I can turn you invisible. That way, nobody can see you there. And the signal is if you become visible, cast the spell.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right.
Okay.
And can I keep the spell held while I'm walking?
No.
No.
You have to
Okay,
be-
so I'll have to be. So yeah, I'll just that works for me then. Yeah.
We should
Alright.
also give him one of the sending stones just in case we need to contact him. Oh, I have one. I'll give you mine.
Yeah. Awesome. I think Shadow's got the other. Yeah. Perfect. Let's go. Good luck, everyone. But give me a second. I'm gonna check to see if that holder's still there.
Yeah, that's scary.
And I'm gonna go and just peek out and get a look while disguised.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Sure. Oh, so close. It was a 14.
You're looking around, and among the dead, you don't quite see one, but there's a bit of commotion going on right now.
Uh-oh. Okay. Commotion. Are they like looking in a particular direction?
It seems that they are all, not all, but they are heading in a direction. And you kind of look and
Where?
you see a few of them walking in a line down the road, in pairs of two, carrying a pole on their shoulders. One's in the front of the pole, one's in the back, and kind of hog tied to the pole are a few Shadow Kai.
Ooh.
Fuck. Okay, they're not being devoured at least, but where are they? Okay, and they're heading. Are they heading in a kind of a center direction, like in a direction towards like the center of the inner ring, or are they
Yes.
leaving where we are?
They are heading
Okay.
towards the ring.
Why aren't they
Okay.
being devoured? Like, what are they gonna do, bro?
They have some intention. Whatever it is, it can't be good. Not for them. Not for the Shadow Kai.
Mm.
And as far as I'm concerned, they are our allies.
Claude up to.
Claude. Oh, Claude. He has made his
Claude.
way into the inner ring. There is kind of a circular. He's one of the people holding it up. He just got roped into it somehow. There is a kind of a I'm trying to describe how I want. Like where the keep was is now a circular cavity in the earth. There is a throne that there is in this area of earth, and you know there's trees and walls around it, and some of this throne is the Skull Lord himself, with his three skeleton heads, wielding a staff, kind of like slouching into it. The three lieutenants kind of forming a triangular point in front of him.
Hey guys, you're not gonna guess what Claude is up to. And I'll relay all that information.
Okay. Did it look like there were any high up vantage points?
I mean, they're in the bottom of a bowl.
Elevated place. Yeah. Okay. That's good. That's a lot to work with, but this means we can strike right now. This is good.
Behind the Skull Lord's throne was a blue doorway. The rest of the Shadowfell is gray, but this one had a soft blue glow to it.
There's a blue doorway.
A way out, maybe.
Blue.
That would be good.
Okay.
Well, with those, do we recognize the Shadowkai?
No.
Okay.
Well, with those Shadowkai, at least they won't be looking for us, and we can get as close as possible. So I say we go now.
Yeah, quietly. Let's go.
And as soon as we get close enough that what's his name? Hugh is within range of casting, I'm gonna tell him to sit down and turn him invisible.
Alright, and I will begin casting Forbiddance.
How are you traveling?
On foot sneakily.
So no invisibility.
Nope.
Alright, I need everyone to make straight stealth rolls.
Ooh.
18. Wow, I am rolling really
the
nicely on
opalite
that.
die for this one.
Natural 20.
I don't want to say it.
32.
You got double 14s, so that's a 15 and a 16.
I saw it, Ella.
Oh, I got a 21.
I saw it, Ella.
It's a 15 and a
Pretty,
24.
pretty high rolls for everybody. So very professional, like a strike team almost. You all kind of crouch down, and through the commotion and using the chaos to your advantage, you manage to make your way to the inner ring of this necropolis. And you're reaching the kind of the edge of this pit. Let me go ahead and give you a visual.
Oh,
Oh boy.
All right.
Right?
Oh wow.
I do love a visual.
I assume we're not
You're
right
not
in front of
actually there. So you're right
Yeah.
on the edges,
Yeah.
like around here.
Okay.
I'm not certain I'm seeing this. I don't have.
Oh yeah,
Link, yeah.
let me send you a link. That'll probably be useful.
You're not even in the roll 20? What?
We're getting there. It's new.
I'm
Yeah.
just right now, okay?
Eventually.
All right, guys.
Okay.
So let me pitch an idea real quick. All right. Precautionary magic circle before I start casting.
Isn't that concentration?
It's not.
No.
It's just a minute, and then it's up for an hour, and then I can start casting Forbidden. And
Yes.
should I?
If you're
Yeah.
going to do that,
Yes.
get over here out of the any sort of like pathway, so it doesn't go noticed.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you're gonna have to cast that before I turn you invisible, and then I'll turn you invisible because the invisibility will break.
You should have control of your
When you
token now.
cast your
You're the purple sorcerer icon.
That one.
There we
So
go.
I'm gonna kind of wedge myself like right here. Can I see over this wall right here? Or is that obstructing me?
That would be obstructing your vision.
That might be good. That might be good if that's obstructing me. All right, good
That
enough.
was so cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
I feel
So I will immediately begin casting Magic Circle at the 4th level, which gives me an extra hour, bringing it to 2 hours.
don't think we'll need that much, but
Probably not, but I don't want to use up all my 3rd level spell slots. And let me know when that minute's up, so I can start casting Forbiddance.
Right. Where do we want to have people standing right now?
Well, hiding behind this wall, I think, is probably where we are at the moment if he's getting set up over here. We're gonna come into this like Doctor Strange. Dormammu, we've come to bargain.
Yeah. Zark's gonna take a position. Oh my god.
Oh
Oh
boy.
wow, large.
Shadokai Giant. Zark is going to take a position actually within reach of his longbow. He's going to have his longbow out. Since we're kind of tucked away over here, if possible, DM, could he find a way to be kind of out of sight, but like up along this wall here, like staying out of sight? Or maybe like here? Does he have an advantage point? Like behind this wall, like bit of cover, but also full view of everything down there?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Shadow would
Okay.
probably like to be in view somehow so we can get a read on that boss there.
Mm-hmm.
Need to check the
Ooh.
range on it.
Oh my god.
Slimy one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay back by the wall over here and then just peek out on the side if we need to fire something. I don't know, depending.
So these
Nice.
are the zombies that brought in the Shadowkai. The Shadowkai look very weak and tattered. They've been untied from the pools. Well, not necessarily. The pools have been stuck into the ground, and they're kind of like kneeling with their hands tied to the pools. The three lieutenants are standing like in the triangular formation.
Okay.
And then you have the Skull Lord here, which shows you a visual what they look like. I'm going to enlarge it real fast.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
Wow.
Oh man. 3 heads. Oof. Okay. Good to know.
As the Shadowkai are brought and put into the earth, the central head speaks. You all were warned. The head on the left speaks. Leave the city or die. On the right. And so, your fate has been chosen. What do you have to say for yourself? The central Shadowkai speaks. We will do as our ancestors did and defend this city until our last breath. Very well.
How's Huzescu's ritual going
Getting there.
at this point? Enough time?
Is the circle up?
How long does the circle take to cast?
1 minute.
1 minute? Yes. The circle is up.
All right.
You were
Okay,
invisible
what's the big man's you know the head man's HP?
Yeah, so his HP is 175.
All right.
I immediately begin casting Forbiddance. That will activate in 10 minutes. Targeting undead, and password is apricot. As
Okay.
usual.
Not sure if we have 10 minutes, but we'll give it a shot.
So we can do.
All
We
right.
could always pause.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure those
No.
elves have 10 minutes. Not unless we can think of something clever.
I actually just thought of something.
What's that?
Do you remember when we were thinking up strategies to defend me while I cast Forbiddance before I found the magic circle? I remember Ember bringing up a wall of fire. Maybe we could wrap that around them to defend them for as long as the spell takes to cast.
10 minutes?
It should give us 10 minutes.
Oh, what can happen in 10 minutes? Alright.
They could discover that we're here.
If need be, we can all pile inside the magic circle while things are getting done. Wall of fire defends them. My circle defends us. Forbiddance wipes up.
As the
What- yeah, what's-
central
what's
one
happening with the
steps
elves?
forward,
Yeah.
you notice as he looks up to his left, up onto the ridge. My lord, it seems that we have other of the living here.
Oh no.
Is he looking in our direction?
He looked up to
Should I
his
chain
left,
lightning them?
Which would be our direction.
No, 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 no,
Mm,
So you're new. I'm gonna let you, see if you want to chain lightning them. For sure not.
No, he has sparks like bringing at his fingertips, but he's actually looking over at the rest of the group saying, should we lightning them and do a bit of a bait and switch run?
Not yet. 1 second. He said to his left, so like over here, right? Like he's looking this
Like,
direction or
so,
this
like,
direction?
Yeah, towards you guys. That's like direction of his left, like left and up.
Okay. So he's looking in our direction.
The left hand speaks. Bring them to us.
Ember, I think now's the time. I think now's the parlay.
The ritual is.
No need to look! No need to look, my undead friends. I'll say with some panache.
We have come to treat with you.
A parlay, if you will. We're travelers, lost along these paths. We do not mean to intrude upon your city.
Make a straight persuasion roll.
Okay. $17.
The Skull Lord steps forward, setting forward in his throne, and kind of leans back, puts his hands like in front of him. The central head speaks. And what do you have to offer to me and my kingdom?
Well, we can offer to let you keep your unlife.
Security. It seems you have an insurgency within your walls. I suspect you wish for this place to be a safe haven for the dead. Will I be correct?
I seek what is rightfully mine. I have claimed this realm as my own, and will soon rage war on the other provinces.
I see, of course.
That is.
But a good king.
Right.
It is unfortunate. It's a lot of work. And a king will need a secure castle to rule from, yes? Is that your aim now?
Do you know what this place is?
How much time has passed so far?
You're almost there to the ritual. Almost.
Do you?
Why, we are in the Shadowfell.
Do you know
Have you ever heard of Veskar the Insatiable?
Is that why you're here?
Not
among
really,
other things?
but it's a passing curiosity of ours, but we are here for other reasons.
Go ahead and roll. One of you can roll a persuasion check. Straight roll.
Okay.
You got it.
Here we go. I got a 27.
Roll sound. Continues to look at it. It's like two red lights at each of the skulls, eye sockets, just like staring at you intensely.
You have a great many planes out there to conquer, yes? Last thing you need is competition, especially from deep within the bounds of your own castle. So you know about the Shadow Dragon.
I don't understand your goal, because you seem hell-bent on destruction and conquering, but yet your city seems quite fine for your citizens. What's your goal? Do you want to expand your territory and make everybody undead? Or do you want more land for your already undead? Why are they smart?
Just gonna throw that in on top. Why are they smart?
It leans forward. Dominance of this land is rightfully mine since he cursed us.
Who cursed you? You didn't answer any of my other questions, but I would like to know this. Was it a Shatter Kai? Is that why you decided to destroy them? We are worried about the dragon. Can you defend against an army? Or can you defend against other dragons if they come to break him out of this prison? Because there are other dragons coming right now to break him out of his prison.
The intelligence of our subjects are the reason why we defend so well. If something attacks us, they'll be able to act on their own. And add to our ranks.
Or you'd be so much dust in the wind. Especially with the fire. A sheer ferocity. Have you faced dragons yet?
Can any of you fly?
The one of the lieutenants kind of steps forward. Is, how dare you question our lord?
Did not mean offense. We are humble mortals, seeking only to understand something that's greater than ourselves.
Go ahead and make one more persuasion check. If this passes, the ritual will be ready.
14.
I'm gonna have Kelwyn give him a flash of genius. Let's make that a 19.
Okay. All right. They rolled a 17.
Oh!
Yes.
The ritual is currently ready.
I'll hold it.
You are still invisible.
Okay.
So, here's the thing. We've been asking a lot of questions and saying a lot of things, but really we were biding time. Have you met Death? We met Death. You know, all of the souls that are trapped in limbo that can't pay the ferryman to get to the other side. We accidentally destroyed all of them. We have a friend of ours. His name's Hughes Eskew. And he's currently holding a spell which, to your kind, is sort of like a nuclear bomb.
I don't think he knows what that is.
You're gonna die instantly if
I
he
don't know what that
releases it. You're going to die instantly if he releases it. So we are here to, well, originally we were here to see your side of things, but it doesn't seem like you have a very good side. So I drop invisibility on Hughes Eskew.
Alright. Uzescu's just gonna hold up his little amulet with the cute little
And as he
Okay.
does so, I'll say, it was really very nice talking to you.
in the name of Our Lady of Silver, be cleansed by holy moonlight. And I'm gonna take my hand and I'm gonna slam it on the ground.
All right. So, what area are you choosing?
Well, a little bit of a cosmetic thing, but I want to kind of crawl along the ground, making its way over to the Skull Lord right here, directly on top of him. And
200 by 200, though?
It can be.
100 it can be 112 by 100, so 110 by 110 for a square.
Wait, what?
Was the math
200
that
by
we-
200. 40,000. 200 times 200.
Oh,
Per square.
it's a radius of 112 feet. Yes, 200 by 200. So you're choosing that whole area. All right, and what's the damage?
5d6 per turn.
5d6
Wait, let me- My bad. 5d10 radiant damage
per turn. Okay,
per turn.
go ahead and roll that.
Sure thing.
And while he's doing that, I'm gonna cast Wall of Fire
29.
right along there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if we're all going to do that in our surprise round, I'm going to chain lightning these guys.
I have a funny thing I'd like to do, if you don't mind, as well. I'd like to pick up a stone and cast darkness on it. Keep my fist tightly over it.
Okay. So, what is the save for chain lightning, and who are you targeting?
Oh, no wild magic. Perfect. I am targeting Bone Lord and his 3 lieutenants.
Don't they have to be
The
within
save-
10 feet?
Oh, is it within 10 feet? Because I thought it was within 30 feet.
To jump.
The save DC is 16. Let me go ahead and double check that.
One time I used
Nope,
chain
it's
lightning.
within 30 feet of the first target.
All right.
Yeah.
So they all need to make the save.
Yep.
And it's a dex save.
It is a dexterity 16 save.
Okay.
Oh my god. 10d8.
All right.
Wow.
So, Skull Lord, the red and the green all save. Blue one does not.
Ooh.
So they take
Okay.
half if they save, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. If they make the save, they take half.
Okay.
So only about 19 damage.
All right. So it is 29 to start. So that is. All right. I have to do this all once.
That's
Sure
yeah.
thing, sure thing.
Take your time.
Oh,
Yeah,
by
yeah.
the way, these guys are. Yeah.
Yeah, I assume.
Oh,
Dear God.
by the way, let's all roll initiative, everyone.
Yeah, roll initiative while I'm doing this.
Yeah, let's do this. Ooh, that's not bad. Okay.
Huh?
Hey, actually good initiative.
Hey.
I need to re-roll that because my character wasn't selected.
All right, and 11.
Ooh, can I take that first initiative, the 16, instead of...
Yeah, you
You can change it.
You would take
You can
the
change it.
first initiative anyway. You just have to change it on the turn order itself.
There we go.
Okay, and then this guy is going to take 39.
How did we roll my forbiddance radius again?
It's the whole map.
So I'm going to, yeah.
Fair enough.
And then where is your wall of fire?
Runs right there.
Yeah.
All right. Wall of fire. Let me go ahead and roll their initiatives.
Let's see if they're quick on the draw.
They,
Oh, yeah.
None of
They
them,
have to make the save immediately for the wall of fire.
Yeah, they it's the same pass and fail rate as the chain lightning.
Okay.
The blue one failed, but the other two succeeded. So going to add their initiative now. They're not dead.
Yet.
They're kind of wishing they were, but they're not dead yet.
I mean, they're not alive. Okay. So that was a then Soul Lord's roll. So as this all happens, just shield me. The left head does very Skull Lord vibes.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Sometimes it's just a relief to meet a really bad villain. Just a
There's
bad
no moral grade.
No, there's no. It's just as clean as it gets. We'll see. I'm sure.
He is technically lawful evil, but hey.
So when we'll loot him and find all his like tax returns like very carefully filed. And
All be properly filed and
all
shall
very
be made
carefully
nobody this
gone
year.
through Panama.
Yeah. A tiny amulet of like a dead wife and child that he like keeps around.
All right,
Who will
so
miss him at all?
first in initiative order, Jack with one of the Shadow Kai on deck.
Oh boy. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a wall of fire right there. Okay.
You can
bonus
go through
action.
it.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay. Bonus action dash to get right up to about here. I'm still holding on to this little pebble that I've got that I'm concentrating on. And I'm going to.
What is the
Fire, right?
radius of darkness?
Darkness. It has a radius of
20 feet.
15 feet. 15-foot radius. Okay. Cool. Now I'm in there. And I'm going to cast Green Flame Blade with my rapier, attacking this one right here.
Okay.
Okay. Right. Now, does the darkness impede his vision? It's magical darkness. So dark vision won't cut it.
Hold on.
Yep. Yeah. Only true
You
sight
don't
or
know.
devil sight, whatever. Don't know? Okay. Do I have advantage on this roll? That's my question.
Oh. No.
Uh-oh. Why not? Okay.
It can see in magical darkness.
It can see in magical darkness. Alright. Good to know. Oof. Okay, well, dodge a 26.
That will hit.
Okay. Dodge this. 40 points of damage. Do you want to know how much of that is fire? Do you need to know? 10 points of fire. 10 points of that is fire damage. Otherwise, the rest of it is magical piercing damage from my magical rapier.
Yep.
40 points.
Yikes.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay, and then with my remaining 5 feet of movement, I'm gonna go, damn it! Because I'll notice, I guess, his eyes or something, and I'll just retreat back here and close my fist so that the darkness is, swallows back up into the pebble.
That's so cool.
Alright, so you got rid of your darkness.
Got rid of the darkness for now. I'm still concentrating on it. It's still on my pebble, but I'm like behind the fire now. I think I've got another. Actually, hang on a second. I've got another 10 feet, so I'll move. Nowhere within. Just from the map, I don't see anywhere. Would this be kind of coverish? No, doesn't matter. All right, I'll stick around here. That's it. That's my job.
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
Shadow Kai, very weak. It's gonna try to struggle free of its bondings. That is gonna be a natural 2 strength saving throw. It fails.
Ooh.
That was rolled with disadvantage. It is now Kelvin's turn with Hughes-escu on deck.
Right. Well, shit. Hold on. I want to. Does he
Wall of
get...
fire. He's so rad.
It is. It is very rad. Okay, so he doesn't get that yet. Okay. He's gonna cast catapult. Which one did you said kept failing? It was the blue one, right?
The blue one kept failing, yeah.
He's the weakest right now. Well, he's not anymore, but he was.
Oh, right, because Jack just stabbed the shit out of the green one. Fuck it. He's gonna cast catapult on this guy. I think it's got enough range. Let me see. Yeah, he'll move up here and cast catapult on the Skull Lord.
Okay.
Did that roll? It did not. Why does it say it can go 90 feet? Okay, whatever. It's got to make a dex saving throw. It's a DC 17.
That's a 21.
Okay, it takes half of. It takes 5 damage.
Oof.
All right, and that is considered what type of damage?
Magical bludgeoning damage.
All right.
And that'll be his turn.
All right, at the end of your turn. Let's see here. Kelwin, you notice as the Scorelord forms a small ball of fire in its hand and launches it towards you. It's going to be a firebolt.
Oh, firebolt.
Firebolt.
That is going to be a natural 20.
Oh,
That'll hit.
oh my god.
Yeah. So that is going to be... What level spellcaster are you? Creature, I should have known this already. Oh, okay. Three D10.
Rip Kelwin.
Youch.
You will be missed.
Oh my
That is
god.
going to be 56 points of fire damage.
Jeez. Okay.
It got 2 10s and 1 8.
Jeez.
Rip Kelwin.
Yeah.
Sag win.
That was its legendary action. So
Yeah.
yeah. All right.
Is he okay?
Oh yeah, he's hurt, but
Use Askew. It is now your turn.
Nice. All right, I'm going to present my my amulet once more, and I'm going to channel divinity to use. I'll get the exact name of it. Twilight Sanctuary. And that's going to give me a spear of. Actually, you know, I'll just post it here. That should tell everything you need to know. Some buffs for us.
Hey, where is your other?
And that will be my action once I do that. And then as a bonus action, I'm going to activate my other feature, Steps of Night. Given that I'm inside my Twilight Sanctuary, I have basically free dim light, so I can fly now.
Okay.
Gain my flying speed. I'm going to just going to fly kind of towards the party here. I can't touch my token. Oh, that's because I'm using the wrong tool. Okay, that would make more sense. So yeah, I'm gonna fly 20 feet over here, in range of everybody. Can I actually kind of fly over Zark so I can get better like visual here?
Yeah. What's your fly speed?
30 feet.
Yep.
And I travel 20 feet here, another 5 here.
Yep.
Without stacking on them, maybe.
you can stack on him.
Get off me! Says
You
Zark.
are flying. You gotta be flying overhead.
Yeah. So once I do that, I'm going to end my turn.
That's your turn. As you fly up, it looks up at you, and this ghostly hand reaches out to grab at you. That is going to be a. Hold on. That is going to be a 21 to hit.
Oof, hits for sure. Yeah.
All right. And that's going to be 3d8.
As for my Twilight Sanctuary, I'm also going to get some temp hit points for ending my turn in it.
All right.
It's 1d6 plus 12.
So that's 16 points of necrotic damage, and the hand latches onto you, and you cannot heal until your next turn.
No.
Let's see. Before that happens, do I get my Twilight Sanctuary bonus?
Yes, because it happens at the end of your turn. So yes.
I did get an 18, so that ate most of it, but I did. Yeah, no, I ate all of it actually.
Yep.
So I should have 2 temp hit points remaining from that. Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
It is
that's my turn.
now the first enemy's turn.
He
Does it?
takes.
Go
Yeah.
ahead.
He takes 5d10 radiant damage from his thing, but yeah. The wall of fire is at the end of his turn, but the
Okay. So go ahead and roll
Forbiddance.
the forbiddance.
All right. Let's see it. 5d10. 38 radiant damage.
All right, he is still up.
Did that seem particularly effective?
It did the full amount of damage on him. He's hurt. What level is that spell?
6th, I believe. One moment while I check. 6th level, yeah.
All right. He needs to roll for that then, but he is going to cast Dispel Magic on your forbiddance.
I will counterspell.
That's scary.
Ooh.
Oh,
All right, so that will take your reaction, Ember.
Yeet.
That is at the
Oh.
5th level, so you need to roll.
Okay.
Go, go.
20.
stakes high.
All right, yeah. So
Oh,
you
yeah.
quickly counterspell
Yes.
his yeah.
Yeah.
And at the end of that creature's turn, the Skull Lord is going to use his last legendary action until his next turn to cast Fire Chill Touch at you, Ember.
Okay, before he does, I don't know what happens. So creature ends his turn, takes fire damage, or...
He will be moving through the wall. So I think he takes damage for that?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Simply ignores the fire.
Where are you? There we go. I can still make the dex save to half it.
Cool.
Thank you, Denton Tucker, for repeating an attack.
That is going to be 10.
Yeah, he takes 32 fire damage.
32 fire damage. All right. Yeah, that will actually, as he goes through the wall of fire, he gets obliterated and dissolves into the fire. He is gone.
All right.
But it is going to make that chill touch attack against you.
Mm-hmm.
That is going to be a 16 to hit.
That hits.
All right. That is going to be 13 points of necrotic damage.
Yep.
All right.
And while fire drops.
Okay. It is now your
Actually,
turn.
you know what? Fuck it. We'll have Kelwin give him a flash of genius and not drop the
I just
wall
did
of
the
fire.
thing.
Sorry.
All right.
So it is my turn. These two guys are both looking pretty hurt, right?
Yeah, decently enough.
Decently enough. All right. Fuck it. I haven't used this spell yet. I want to use it.
Guys, mental prison.
No,
Live your
use
best
that
life.
one. I want to use gravity fissure.
Ooh,
Oh no.
that just sounds cool.
It's a 100-foot line going this way in this direction. I'm gonna start it right behind the wall.
Ooh.
Ooh.
The green one will
Is that
counterspell it.
Portal? Ooh.
So,
If anybody would like to counterspell that counterspell.
I'll go ahead and try and counterspell the counterspell.
All right.
You got
is a DC 15.
Give me a moment. There we go. Oof,
Just a
I failed.
So
we'll do
yeah.
another flash of genius.
So 16. So you just managed to save. Okay, go ahead and do your gravity fissure.
Kelwin, yes.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you, Sam.
So, I think they get to make a dex save. Hold on. Let me reread this real
It
quick.
is a Constitution saving throw for all of them.
Oh yeah, con save for all 3 of them.
5 foot wide, 100 foot long. You can only catch 2 of them.
If I put it down this line, it goes 5 feet either direction. Catches this guy, catches that guy.
Each creature within a 10-foot line, but not in it.
Yeah,
Within
but that's
10 feet of the
within 5.
line.
Yeah, that's a 5 foot space in
Yeah,
between them, and
right.
it's 5 feet wide.
Within 10 feet of the line, though. There's the line itself is 5 feet line, and any creature within 10 feet of that square. So yeah, it all hits all of them. So, for the Skull Lord, that is going to be a con save of 20.
It saves.
For the blue one, that's going to be con save of 20. And for
also-
the green one, that's going to be a con save of 1.
Okay, that one fails. So they take half damage if they succeed.
Okay.
And then the one that failed gets pulled towards the center.
All right. He is gone. So as he gets pulled, it just gets torn apart and falls apart.
Okay. Gravity fissure, yay!
Anything else for your turn?
Dope.
I'm gonna move behind some cover here. Actually, no. I'm gonna. Do I have enough? Sorry, I was there. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna move up behind this blue Shatterkai.
And as you end your if you end your turn in my Twilight Sanctuary, you'll get 10 hit points.
I'll
Might
move
wanna
up
do that.
behind that one then.
Alright. I'll roll up your hit points. Let's see. 26 plus 12.
And that'll be my turn.
17.
Cool.
All right. Go ahead and roll for your forbiddance.
Right. Say 5d10.
5d10.
17 radiant damage. Not too good.
Ooh. Still, that's something, man.
All right.
17 radiant damage.
It is going to dispel magic onto your forbiddance once more.
Uh-oh.
I have my reaction back. Counterspell, baby.
The Skull Lord will counterspell your counterspell.
Shit.
Can we do
Do you have
a
any more
triple
counterspells?
counterspell?
What, Elif?
Can we do a triple?
She's gonna try to counterspell the Skull Lord.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll for it. It is casting that at the 6th level.
Magical duel.
This is like when they start using trap cards in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Denton Tuckers, but I don't have my own name, so.
Do I just roll a
Oh, no,
20
God.
for
A
it?
D20, add your charisma modifiers. since
Charisma.
You're
warlock.
costing, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a charisma check.
Let me see here.
DC 16.
Make it. Yes!
Yeah!
We're in it,
Alright,
guys.
through a number of counterspells, you managed to succeed.
Yay!
Jesus.
This is the page duel.
Oh,
18.
Here.
Oh, man. Okay.
Your triple counterspell has summoned me.
Yeah.
alright.
I have used 3 of your flash of geniuses, and you were down to
Okay.
30. You were down to 31 hit points, and I've used a 3rd and a 1st level spell.
Have you used any of the temporary hit point things?
No,
Okay.
So
I
what's
didn't
it
know
do?
you
What's
had
it doing?
temporary hit
It is
points.
going to run around the wall of fire.
It's one of my guardian armor features.
Okay, yeah. Hello.
And that is its turn.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
There you go.
It is
Okay,
now Zark's
how-
turn with
How, yep.
our sorcerer friend on deck.
How hurt does this one look?
Which one? The blue one?
Yeah, the blue one.
Pretty hurt.
Okay, so all right, cool. So Zark is first of all, he's going to verbally, without requiring an action, send his beast to the land down. He's going to use all 40 feet of its movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You tell me, can he make it to about there?
Yep.
Okay, cool. He's telling it to use the. Okay, so yeah, what he's gonna do now, Zark is gonna just creep up to about. Creep up to about there with sight of it. He's got his longbow out, and he's gonna take a shot with his longbow at Dudio. Longbow +1, +12 to hit. Okay.
What's the
Yep.
total?
It is a 23 to hit.
That will hit.
Cool. 8 +6. It's going to take 10 points of magical piercing damage.
All right, still standing.
Okay, he's going to do the. He's going to do it again. 25 to hit.
That will hit.
13 points of piercing damage.
All right.
Okay, and now with his bonus action, he's going to tell his beast to use the help action to grab this thing's arm, that kind of thing, thereby giving the next attack on that thing advantage.
Okay.
Okay, that's his turn.
All right. It is now your turn, Mr. Wizard.
So, okay, just want to make sure of movement speed. Okay, yeah, because okay. He's going to pop around here, and he's going to cast Mind Sliver on the Skull Lord as a bonus action, spending 2 sorcery points.
Okay. Okay, yeah, 6 points of psychic damage. Cool.
Perfect. Then he's going to follow that up with Fireball.
Okay.
Oh,
Did you say fireball?
that is a ball.
Ooh, he
If
did
he
mean
failed
fireball.
that DC 16 save, he
He
also
will
rolls
use
a
one of his-
D4 and removes that from his save for the Fireball.
So he will use his legendary resistance, and he also has evasion, so he will take no damage.
Ooh,
F.
Oh wow.
goodness. All right.
Burn.
You ate the legendary resistance though. That's good.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that is my turn.
It is
Okay, and
now- Go ahead.
being in the Twilight Sanctuary, you also get your 10 hit points. Seconds. 13.
13 temporary hit points. Okay.
Please ask you. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
All right. Let's see. A con saving throw. 17.
All right, so that will actually fail by 1.
Oh,
What happens?
It takes its
Oh,
bony.
I can
fin-
add flash. I can add flash
You
of inspiration
can't,
to his
they're all
save.
gone, aren't they?
I have 2 more. He said I
No.
used
He's got
3.
2 more. I
Okay.
used
Let's
3.
go. Still in.
So
I
now,
think-
after using 1, I have 1 left then.
Sorry, I think you've already used your reaction. I hate to be that guy. I think you already used your reaction on
You
the
did.
last flash.
Oh, have
You
I?
did.
Yeah.
Ah, dang it. Okay.
All
I'm
right.
taking it.
Unfortunate.
He takes
Sorry.
his bony finger and he points it right after you. You just get hit with this massive flood of necrotic
Yep.
energy. You are going to take 51 points of necrotic damage.
Oh shit.
Did
Ouch.
he take the radiant damage on his turn? On the start of his turn?
You can roll that.
Oh, he does.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does need to take that.
50, let's do that 5d10.
23 radiant.
23.
He's still up.
Yeah.
Okay, let me take that 51 damage then real quick.
Oh man.
Clears my temp and leaves me with 49.
Didn't anybody tell you it's rude to point?
That will be his 7th level spell slot. And
God.
Yikes.
forbiddance, is that concentration?
It is not concentration.
That bitch is just there.
It's
Beautiful
just-
spell. Beautiful
The
spell.
worst.
No concentration. Just lasts for
Yep.
I never told you guys the duration. I think it lasts for a whole day.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh
wow.
my god.
You know, it lingers.
All the
This is
undead are gonna
great.
come up to see what happened to the Skull Lord. Vaporize instantly.
It's gonna be a conga line of just dust.
Let's see here. That will be the end of its turn.
Oh my god, I dropped 51 points of damage on you. Alright.
Shadow
Let's go.
Kai, strength save with disadvantage. That will be a natural 2. Hooray!
Uh-oh.
Alright, at the end of its turn, it is going to cast Fireball at Sir Midnight Jack.
What? At who? Who is?
Night Jack, because it catches
Jack,
at
that
least 3 of
is
us.
And Firebolt, sorry. Jack, that
Oh,
is going to
Firebolt.
be 18 to hit.
18 hits.
18 hits. That will be 3d10. Good, sir. Roll those.
I feel like this dude is trying to get in as much damage as possible before he dies.
That sounds like
14 points
logical
of fire
way
damage.
to.
Okay, uncanny dodge. I'll take 7.
Okay.
And then I've got to make a concentration check right now because I'm still concentrating on darkness even if it wasn't working. Ooh, that's an 8. So darkness goes down. No longer.
You
Yeah.
lose your darkness. All right.
Yeah, nothing like it was doing much.
Yeah, it is now Shada's turn. Take it away.
God, okay, finally. All right. So,
Excuse you.
is there a is there a drop from where I am down to like where everybody else is?
Yeah, it's about a 5-10 foot drop. It's not that much.
So, could I make it all the way to this man over here if I use my feline agility?
What's
No,
what's
never mind,
what's
I
the
couldn't.
distance? That's a pretty far distance.
Yeah, that is a far distance. I was thinking a little bit farther than I normally would. Okay, that's
75
you
feet.
can get shit. Okay, let me think. Okay, so it's how many feet away?
75.
He's 70 feet away.
75. Okay, yeah. Alright. You know what? I'm going to use my action to dash and, the free action to feline agility. And I'm going to get over to him.
Close the distance.
Yeah, I'm going to just
Yeah.
get, weave my way through stuff, get
That's a
to him.
power move.
And with my
Huh.
Sunblade, I'm gonna use Action Surge also to, point that out. With my Sunblade, I'm going to make some attacks at him.
Okay.
Alright. Oop. 21 to hit.
That will hit.
That's for 13 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
And I want to make that a tripping attack.
All right, and let me make a what save?
Strength save.
Okay, fair enough. That will be a 16.
Ah, that just makes it. All right. So before I make my next attack, I could use my bonus action between attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to put a Hexblade's Curse on it just for the extra damage.
What
potential
damage does that add?
It adds extra 4 points of damage to my attacks.
Whatever damage you're using.
Yeah, whatever damage I'm using. Oh, also, I forgot to. No, never mind. I did add that. Okay. Yeah, let me make another attack. A 20 to hit for a total of 22 radiant damage, plus 4 on top of that. So that's 26.
Okay.
Am I reading that right? I think I'm reading that right. Did I do that?
27.
22.
27? Okay.
Your math is wrong, but yeah.
I missed one. My bad. Alright.
Okay.
So 27 radiant damage. And I will
Oh crap.
also make that one a I forgot to roll the extra d8 from the trip attack.
Oof.
So let me
Does it
roll
still
that
get it
extra
even
d8.
though it succeeded?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Takes the
it does.
damage.
Oh,
Max
plus
damage.
extra 8. So radiant damage.
Okay.
That's from the last one, and I'm going to make this one a tripping attack also.
All right.
And so it needs to roll that save again.
Roll the damage again.
That
Yeah, I need to
is
roll.
a 5.
Oh yeah, it's prone.
All right.
And that is my turn.
All right. It is going to swing at you with its staff. at the
Okay.
end of your turn.
Alright.
With disadvantage because it's prone. That is going to be, where's the attack modifier? An 18 to hit.
God damn it, that just
The
hits.
good news is that it saved you from a natural 20.
Oh,
Yeah, that's good.
that's pretty good.
Yeah, it hits.
Alright, so that is going to be 8 points of bludgeoning damage plus 12 points of necrotic damage.
Alright.
So 20 points total.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
How's he looking?
He's hurt.
Alright.
Elith, it is your turn.
Sure thing, boss. I'm gonna do my dancey dance. 3 Eldritch Blasts. I got a 29, a 24, and a 22.
Oh.
Okay, so
Who are you attacking?
What's that?
who are you attacking?
The Skull Lord, obviously.
Wait, all 3 hit?
All right, and I'm gonna do for damage. I got a 13, a 12, and an 8. And for each of them, what I would like to do, I'd like the first one to pull him forward 10 feet. The second one to push him back 10 feet. The third one to pull him forward again. And I just take him like a little
Jerking
baby.
around.
Just dragging him across the
hopefully his
ground.
Hopefully his head's like clink together.
He's all,
Maybe,
he's all
maybe he'll get a
rattled.
concussion.
Oh my god.
Alright, anything else for your turn there, Elith?
Laugh at him. Ha ha ha.
Yeah. Okay.
You suck!
Alright,
no.
so that will be... It is going to, make another bone staff attack against Shada as its last action.
It's like flailing around.
This is like a flying past Shada as it's being brought for the third time. It makes it a weapon attack. That is going to be a 14 to hit. Shada, 14 to hit.
Pretty sure that misses.
I think his armor costs like 16 or something.
Yeah.
It's 18.
Yeah, okay,
Hello?
that will miss.
Okay, so what did it roll?
14.
14.
14 to hit. Yeah, miss.
All
Okay.
right. Yeah, the Shadow Kai's turn. It's gonna make a strength save with disadvantage.
I was going to.
Go ahead and riposte.
Alright. Alright. Let
The
me.
Shadow Kai failed the strength save.
Aww.
23 to hit
Fine.
for.
We'll get him out.
Yeah, 22 radiant damage. Oh, no. 26 radiant damage.
How do you want to do this?
Oh, it's prone, right?
Yeah.
So, after he goes to swipe for me, Shadow's gonna, like, dodge out of the way and just, like, behead him while he's prone.
All 3 of them?
Like, yeah, I guess so, yeah, executioner style. Like, just
3 heads.
Okay.
behead all 3 of them.
So, as you do this, it grabs you, and as you're about to say your last three, it looks at you and goes, "You have not seen the last of me." The one on the rest is, "We curse you."
Uh-oh.
And then with that one fell swoop, lightsaber, Count Dooku style, boom, dead. And
Anyways,
as the Skull Lord dies, the third and final Deathlock, this like blue aura gets pulled out of it, out from its eyes and mouth, and this like falls apart as a skeleton. The flesh kind of melts away.
I stabbed it to make sure.
That will end initiative, and that is also where we're gonna take our mid-session break.
okay.
Good
We
fight.
did it.
So everyone,
Good fight. Good fight.
we will
GG.
see you all soon. Stick around for the rest of the session. We will be back in 15 minutes from now. So refresh yourselves and stick around. Don't forget to hit that follow button if you haven't already. What up? See you soon. And welcome back everybody. Where we left off, Shada slew the Skull Lord as he cursed him. You will watch as the dust and gravel in this area begin to be pulled towards the Skull Lord's now decapitated body. As this now fog and this force begins to also go in, growing stronger.
Shada, maybe you should move.
Yeah.
Out of there.
I would like to start untying the Shatterkai.
Yeah, I'll
That's
pull out
what
my dagger and I'll help him with that.
Okay. It is happening rather fast, so I need those freeing the shadow card to make a sleight of hand check. Jack, you can do so with advantage.
So immediately
Cool.
when the Skull Lord dies, I'd like to react to that, and I'd like to capture him because he's a humanoid. I should be able to, right?
Where's the book? Okay.
Range?
Oh wait. Okay. He
20.
is an undead.
So it doesn't apply.
No.
No.
Okay.
That's a unusual distinction now. I mean, I get it, but also
I'm going to.
Same principle as. So it's the same principle as like the giant is not a humanoid.
Right.
It's a giant. Okay, so we have a 12, a 20, and what was Jack's? Oh, Jack.
20.
What was
his was the 20.
Oh, and Ember.
I also got a 20.
Oh, okay. So everyone but Sam manages to free their respective Shatterkai in time. I need Shada to make a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage because you are the closest to it. Sam also with disadvantage, and then everyone else within 50 feet. So Zark just has to make it to make a straight dexterity saving throw as well.
Alright.
And Zark's beast.
Not 20.
Since we hadn't gotten back to my turn yet, I'm guessing I don't have my reaction back yet, or what?
This happened at the end of combat, so
Yeah.
we're not in.
Also,
All right.
the dexterity stunt reactions.
Okay.
Oh,
I can.
Right, you're talking about Flesh of Genius.
Yeah.
I'm going to use Indomitable.
Okay. I'm not close enough to Shada to use Blast of Genius on
Roll
him
my
anyway.
saving throw. I must use a new roll though.
Cool.
Let me. Come on. It's plus an extra 2 because I have my shield and everything.
I have 2 questions.
Okay, it's a. Okay, it's a 11.
What was your question? Who's asked you?
One, I noticed I was able to move into, if I move like 15 feet forward from where I was last standing, everybody would be in radius of my Twilight Sanctuary, which is still active. It lasts for a full minute. Could I give everybody 10 hit points before this happens?
Sure.
Awesome. I'll just do a general 1 roll and everybody gets that amount.
If we already got 10 hit points, do we get more?
You can replace them or keep the ones you have. I recommend taking these new ones. 17 10 hit points for everybody.
Alright, so if you got a 16 or higher, you take half damage unless you have evasion.
That was my second question. I'm flying. Do I even do this?
Your current location? No, you're outside the range. Zark was the only one within 50 feet up there on that hill. So you're
Other than shot.
so Kelvin, Elith, and Hugh, you do not have to make one. If you got below a 16, you're taking full damage. The total amount of damage was 30 points of force damage.
All right. Okay.
Yikes.
Yeah, I'm
Have that if you say
advantage using Tides of Chaos.
Wow.
That's much better.
So it would have been a straight roll, because you had disadvantage for not getting Shatter Kai free.
Oh, gotcha.
Oof.
Yeah, so that's
So-
still the 5. Ow,
Still
and that's 40 points of force damage?
30.
30.
As this energy pulls in a matter of 12 seconds and then goes outward, as this vacuum has been suddenly collected and dispersed. The Shatter Kai that you were free gets crushed by the force damage. The other two are safe. And yeah, you watch as like these blue lights are drifting upwards now, and dispersing into the sky as the city slowly begins to be laid to rest.
Blue
Shut up.
lights, like what type
Shut
of
up.
blue lights?
Bring your hammer over here. Try and
Like
save the
these-
Shatter
these
Kai.
I like
little
literally
wisp-looking
dying
balls
as he's
like-
trying to save him.
Are they
Can I
similar
just
to the
have
ones
a
in
wild
Thor?
magic surge as he freaks out?
Sure. What was your question there, Shada?
Are they similar to the ones that in Thorm that we saw?
No.
Okay.
I have a question about the Shatter Kai. Does he die instantly, or is he like knocked to 0 hit points right now?
Died instantly.
Yeah, can we save him?
Oh.
I've spared the dying. I could have done something.
Can
Shit.
see invisible
I have-
creatures for the next minute.
I have Revivify, but I don't have any diamonds.
That's true. And I
What is
don't think a
you say
ruby
you're
would
invisible?
suffice.
My wild surge gave me the ability to see invisible creatures for
Oh,
the next
see
minute.
invisible. Got it.
Yeah, I don't think a diamond can be substituted for a ruby since it specifies specific gem type.
Yeah.
Are we running for this effect, or is it receding?
I think it was a one-time
DM?
thing, and then the blue
Okay.
stuff is glowing up.
Okay.
The lights are the denizens of the city that were turned to undead.
So,
Uh-oh.
a
Well-
question.
Sure.
So he said he curses me. Do I, besides what just happened with the force damage,
Yeah, do you
would it feel
feel
any
cursed?
You don't know if you're cursed. You don't know what he meant.
different? Yeah, I don't. Well,
Yeah,
that's
on
why I
your
wanted
neck
to know
you
if I
have these
felt any
3
different.
black dots in a triangle formation.
Oh God.
Oh,
Curse
Oh
mark.
no. I'm
Wait,
Sasuke.
is that a Naruto reference?
Nice.
I only have lesser restoration, sorry. I can only help you if you're blind or poisoned or paralyzed.
I think the cleric might have remove curse.
Probably. Or greater restoration, I'm sure he has both.
I wonder if
Alright.
the detect curse spell.
I want to.
We need to.
The Shatter Kai I just freed. I want to look them up and down. They're obviously like kind of beat up.
Yeah, we need to get them to safety.
Did we get the name of the Shatter Kai that we have on Sending Stone?
Yeah, their name
Yes.
was Delani.
So
Uh,
we already know 3 Shatter Kai, and these were 3 more. Now 2 more, I guess. Is that correct?
That is correct.
We're with Delani. Oh, we have her on this sending stone. I'll hold it up. Who are you? Were you present here? Were you imprisoned here? Are you with the other Shadow Kai?
We escaped during the battle and we're hiding in one of the abandoned houses. They found us, and any Shadow Kai that were found were brought before him. And he nods to the husk of armor where the Skull Lord once was.
Are there more of you?
I'm sure we can search the city and find survivors, if there are any.
We've just dealt Well, we've just destroyed their leader. Oh, look at the lights. Doesn't look like we've destroyed them.
I think.
So what now?
I think destroyed might be a harsh term. Freed sounds better.
Freed. What was he?
There was once a powerful undead mage who sought to conquer the world and ascend to godhood. When there was a vampire that betrayed him, the warlords of this mage turned on each other, and as part of their punishment, their bodies and souls were fused together, and that created the Skull Lords. They now fight over domain of this world amongst yourselves.
What happens when we do what we just did? Destroy their bodies?
I don't know. No one has ever done that before.
But you're sure he's freed? Like, released somewhere? To be reborn? Something like that?
He was referring to all the undead citizens when he said freed.
Oh, I see. Okay, good. Yeah. Right, well, I'll look at Ember. I guess that skull thing is what happens when someone like you becomes undead.
I don't plan on ever becoming undead.
I hope not. We'd have a real problem.
Does that work for other types of magic users too?
Perhaps. In the meantime, well done, everyone. We did it. Now we have to figure our way out.
My favorite part.
We've been told that there was a way back to the material plane. But listen, we could reunite you with Delani and perhaps any others for now.
I will say I'm pretty tapped as far as any talents that I might have. So
yeah.
Good luck, everybody.
I also I had a question of my own. Does anybody like among the party who's taken like pretty significant damage? Because I'm gonna start dishing out some heals here.
Kelvin has.
Before you use spell slots, one of your party members does have a hammer that does healing without expending your spell slots.
Yeah, that's right. Would Kelvin have like filled that back up?
Yeah, that's something I talked about doing last time. Yeah. So there's 10 second level cure wounds stored in that.
Oh wow, that's really good.
Yeah, I'll just like pass it around. Shada's gonna use it on himself first because he has it.
Not me. Nice.
Kind of shambling into the area.
Do you want me to go ahead and roll those then?
Yeah.
I would like to see what Claude is up to.
Yeah, he kind of just like scrambled into this area. Master.
Apricots, remember. Apricots.
He kind of like reaches into his rib cage and like his hands are kind of shaking as you notice the cat is not moving.
Oh, I can't say apricot.
God, the cat.
He looks at you and he's like, please.
It's adorable. Dig it.
I don't have a way to bring back your cat, unfortunately, Claude.
I should have made the password a gurgled meow.
Oh.
We know better for next time.
No,
he just like sits down in the dirt.
Do you think it saw any change in the undead outside?
Gone.
What?
Gone. They're dead.
Claude, if you would like to bite the cat now, you can.
Why?
Would we
wanted to
want
bite it earlier.
No, he wanted to bite
I think it's referring to Sam.
earlier.
Oh.
He wanted to take a bite
No,
of
he
Sam.
wanted to bite the cat. I was like very confused.
Like, don't bite the cat.
Yeah,
No.
he was holding the cat in front of his face, and he said just one bite.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. That's
So,
fair.
Why?
I have two things. GM, first thing, do we see any immediate threats in the immediate vicinity? Like we're still near where the magic circle is, where the forbiddance is.
Make a perception.
Do we see any
check.
threats around us? Sure.
I'm gonna take 2 bunks of
Did everyone
the
look?
healing hammer.
Yeah.
So the hammer.
I'm going to cast guidance on Midnight Jack.
Oh, cool. Thank you. Zark rolls a
One
24.
bulk of the healing hammer, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Jack gets a 17 on perception. Zark gets a 24, if that counts.
Here you go.
So, in the immediate area,
That is
there
a
doesn't seem to
sufficient
be
amount.
any sort of danger. The city has gone quiet since the undead have been freed from their tormented existence upon the death of the
Alright.
Skull Lord.
Cool. Second thing then is let's call her now, our Shadow Archive friend on the Sending Stone. Call her to
Yeah.
here.
Hmm.
And then let's set up the dome. And let's take a rest. What do you think? Here's as good a place as any, I think.
Great.
Sounds good.
Okay.
I'll start working on the tiny hut then.
Let's distribute these heals in the meantime.
I'll call out Delani on the Sending Stone. We've done it. We've defeated the Skull Lord and his lieutenants. Can you join us at the keep? And I'll describe where.
25 words.
25 words. Yeah,
Also
join us at the
want
keep at his throne.
you Salkus, you described
So-
like
Now for anybody else.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's
Tell
like
you
a bit for me
what,
too.
you're
Sorry.
lagging a bit.
maybe exam instruments.
He suddenly
Curious to
became a
lessons behind.
Warforged.
What? There's a lot happening.
Sorry, you'll have to repeat
You were
that.
lagging quite a bit. You got very robotic there.
Very quick.
Yeah. Try it again. I think
You're
I caught
speaking
up
like
now.
a malfunctioning Warforged, my friend. I would hold on. He probably has a delay in what he sees because of the lag, so he's not gonna hear what we say after like 10 minutes.
Okay,
right.
this time.
All right.
Oh, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, now we
Oh,
can.
Yeah.
you're much better now. Good job.
Okay.
We didn't hear anything.
Yeah, Oh, okay. I said that Salkos described the Skull Lord dude as just dying and having like his just pile of armor there. I'm curious if he left anything behind. I kind of want to go examine it.
Yeah, make an investigation check.
I
Yeah.
mean, that's fair.
I want to
Looting
send my
time.
frog to help.
I am good,
33.
but thank you.
33.
So, looking through the armor is made of a precious metal. You do not know what. There is a staff. The staff is a brownish wood material with a hand at the end of it.
Whoa.
Oh, interesting. That's creepy.
It's a carved hand, not a human hand.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Just to point of order, was there a response from Delaney when I told her we've done it?
She
Please
said,
come join
she'll
us.
say, very well, be there momentarily.
I'm going to bring to Ember's attention these items because I don't normally keep identify prepared.
You're gonna have to
Oh, you're busy.
yeah. Wait until
Could I use Arcana check to study them, maybe?
Do you have identify like as a
Yes, I just
You can ritual cast it without it being prepared.
Oh,
Oh wait, no, I can ritual.
Is that
cast.
that? I was gonna say
What was
it
that
doesn't
thing?
sound familiar.
It's a wizard thing. Never mind.
wizards are neat.
Yeah,
It's a
wizards
weird
are
flex,
neat.
but okay.
Sorry.
Oh, my fault. That was my thing, not yours.
Yeah, that's fine. Could I possibly try and glean any information with like an Arcana check?
Yeah, go ahead.
Cool.
Roll for Arcana.
I'm also pretty decent at that.
They're both.
wow.
The staff is
28.
magical. The armor is not.
It's not magical, but it's made of some kind of metal I can't identify.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shut up.
That's what I was just thinking. I'm gonna show Shada the armor, and I'll save the staff. You said the carved hand is part of the staff?
Yeah.
It's a decoration on the top. Okay. I'll save the staff to show Ember when he's done
Alright.
with the bubble. Yeah.
Oh, what's up with armor?
This armor seems special. I'm not sure what this metal is.
Could I try to figure it out?
Make a nature check with advantage.
Alright. Advantage. I definitely need that advantage.
He really wants us to know.
I think I have one more flash of genius I can use on you
I
too.
might need it.
Yeah.
Are we taking a long rest too?
That's the idea. Ember is getting that ready, so we have.
Yeah, we're also hoping for our friend to show up so that she can take shelter in the dome as well.
Yeah,
With a flash of genius, that'd be a 15.
correct.
So this armor is made of adamantine.
Okay.
Whoa.
Okay, what type of armor is it? Like,
It is a plate body.
Whoa.
I would love to make that my new arcane armor if no one has any objections.
So
Amazing.
it has the same armor class as a normal plate body. The difference is it saves you from critical hits from physical attacks.
Okay.
I wouldn't get so excited about putting that thing on until we've had a proper look at it.
Understandable. This place is super creepy. I am not about to get cursed without checking things, but
Yeah.
it's so
Especially
pretty.
considering
Like,
its previous occupant.
Yes.
Yeah, it didn't look too healthy.
I just
and
Yeah.
It does have quite a bit of a smell to it.
I can deal with the smell. I mean, it's very pretty.
Prestidigitation shit away.
Check something real quick.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you
I
know
pulled
what,
up these little cardboard trees, and I'm like, I'll make these smell good and put them inside.
After a few moments, Delani does show up with her three Shadowcard compatriots.
Bubble springs to
hello.
life.
It seems, managed to rescue a few more of your kind. I'll gesture to the captives.
The two.
The two remaining. I'm afraid one didn't make it. But they seem to have been holding out since the attack.
Hopefully we can find more.
Hopefully. But it's done now. The Skull Lord is defeated. For now. If he can come back, that's another thing. But for now, this space here, we've consecrated it. The undead can't trespass in this area. So if you wish to camp here with us, you would be welcome. And you'd be quite safe.
I have a question for the Shadowkai.
Sure.
You know if that Skull Lord had any capability of cursing people?
I do not know. It was a powerful magic caster.
Could I cast Detect Magic and try searching Shada for any curses? Maybe.
You can try.
Okay. Consume my first level slot. Can I roll anything? Ooh. I can't use guidance and detect magic at the same time. So, is this Arcana?
It would be detect magic.
Oh well, yeah.
Oh, I might have that if that helps. if you're trying to concentrate on something else. Let me double check though.
I don't think I'll have to roll for it, but yeah, no, I cast detect magic.
Okay. I don't have it prepared
get
anyway.
A faint magic aura coming from Shada, but it seems to be from his two blades. Detect magic, you
And my
you're learning
gauntlets
this,
probably.
doesn't work with curses.
I see.
What did medicine?
Medicine to detect the curse?
Let's do a physical examination on Shana here.
Yes, I will assist.
Bend over and cough twice, please.
Turn your head and cough.
I'm gonna borrow your hammer and
Up
tap
like
your knee.
A stopwatch after the second time, we can consider you cursed.
This is necessary.
There's magic coming from Shadow's two blades and his gauntlets.
That's true.
I mean, one blade. He doesn't have the other one summoned.
No, but
Sure,
are
that's
we
what I
really
said.
giving him a physical examination?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, Calvin, what's your medicine modifier?
4.
It didn't.
Okay, mine's 5.
I can help you do it then.
Okay.
I've studied some books about
Arms or something.
anatomy, but my knowledge is mostly theoretical.
Okay, I'm gonna cast guidance on myself, and we're going to give that a try. So that would be advantage plus a d4. Let me do the check.
Lifting up his tail.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god, it's a crit.
25.
Plus guidance.
Other than the damage, other than the damage that he has sustained during this battle, he seems to be healthy. Nothing physically wrong.
Alright,
Cool.
well,
Well, you seem fine. I snap off these rubber gloves that I got from who knows where.
to get those.
So anyways,
The one thing we must keep in mind is that the Sorrow Sworn are not warded off by this particular magic, correct?
What?
Can't get inside the bubble though, so. By the way, the bubble is here. Can I see that staff now?
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not sure what kind of magic it is, but it's magic.
I'm gonna sit down
They-
and start identifying it.
And
The consecration that we have done here, the forbiddance, it affects undead. The Sorrow Sworn, if that doesn't fit their description, we'll have to take care of them ourselves. But either way, you should be
Actually-
quite safe.
And
We'll
I
take
don't-
watches.
I don't know if like a curse would come up when you identify. Well, Kelvin should probably
Curse
know
is
how
a
identify
spell,
works.
And identify spell, and identify will identify all spells that are affecting it. So in theory, yes. It should.
When you identify the staff, can you just check over this armor as well? I didn't get any. It doesn't seem to be magic, but I want to make sure putting it on me doesn't have any ill effects.
After I'm done with this one, I will get to that.
Thanks.
I would like to see the staff first, though, please.
I'm gonna ask the Shadarkai about those people that he was referring to. What are they called?
The sorrow,
Sorrow Sworn.
that one.
Sorrow
I blanked
Sworn.
for a
Yeah,
second.
we ran
What?
in with Hughes SQ. I think we ran into like 2 of them, right?
The
Three.
lonely and the
No, Hughes SQ wasn't there
Lonely?
for the
Right?
Lonely.
The angry and the
oh right,
Lost.
that's the two that we.
Yeah.
Lost.
What are they? They're not undead, are they? They're not affected.
From what we learned, they're like embodiments of emotion, sort of.
They're monstrosities or abominations, aren't they?
Yeah.
Something like that.
I'm sure the Hulk has fought them once.
Who?
Nothing.
The what? Oh, my bad.
Yeah. It took me a second to get that reference.
So you sit down to identify the staff first. It's like the hand is warped. The fingers look like they're broken. And the staff itself, like the top of it is is kind of the shape of like the human bones for the arm, the ulna and the radius. I don't know if you guys know anatomy, but that's what it is. This is called a staff of withering. It
Those
requires a treatment by a
breaking
cleric, druid,
points
or
need
warlock.
like repair because I have mending. I can like fix that.
Do we have the fingers? I don't know if we have the fingers.
I
Requires-
don't. I think it's supposed to look like this. I don't think
Like the fingers are there, but like you broke your finger in half at like the joint,
it's,
and
like,
it's like
dangling
crooked.
off.
It's like crooked.
Yeah.
It's called a staff of withering.
Oh, cool.
Well, this can be used by you two. And I point to Eleth and Huzescu.
I see.
Definitely sounds like a caster thing-ish, but I might break it.
You can't use it.
Oh, I can't?
I can't use it.
Mm.
It might fit my brand more.
It
And I
definitely
like
Didn't
the
mind.
hand.
definitely
and
fits your brand.
Ella's just gonna shake her bag of hand. I got a thing for hands, so.
It looks good. Take it.
Seems like your thing for sure.
I'll take it.
Yeah. It's
So
Alice.
it does bonus necrotic damage. That's
Yeah, it's not the most useful for you since you don't like to get up in people's faces. But here, and I'll hand it to her.
When they get up in my face, you know, they do.
there you
that,
go.
So,
Call it a plan B.
Ember,
This is what it does.
Ember, could you bring Claude here?
Claude is kind of hanging out in the area.
Could you bring him here with the cat? I need the cat.
Oh,
Claude, do you still have the cat?
Didn't Claude put it on the ground?
Yes.
that's so sad.
What do you need the cat for, Eleth?
I just need the head.
Oh, right.
I have a feeling
Gonna break
Claude is
Claude's
not
heart.
going to be very happy about
Oh,
this.
no.
I feel like, okay, well, either he can give me the cat or he needs to find me a head. He has two
Oh.
missions.
I mean,
Okay.
okay.
Claude, you have a mission. Go find a head.
Okay.
There should be plenty around. I mean, like, we just had a zombie epidemic.
You would think
He
so,
walks
right?
over to the dead Shadow Kai and begins to like.
Oh no!
Not that head, Claude.
Yeah, I thought.
Find another head.
We should have been more specific.
No.
Not in front of his friends.
Oh, not in front of the friends.
Did he remove it, though?
No, he did not.
Stopped him before he did.
Not that! Did you,
No, not
did you
that one.
succeed?
But did he get it though? We just need to clarify.
He pry his head off in time
Okay,
though.
yeah, let me know when he brings that back. So.
That's awesome.
So, DM, a question. The Shadowkai captives and the rest, are they hanging out with us, or are they on the move?
They've kind of gone off on their like own part of this area and are sitting together in like a semicircle.
Okay. I'd like to approach them, actually, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Yeah. Hello there.
Hello.
May I ask what you plan to do now? Now that this place has been freed, at least of that enemy's influence.
The first thing to do would be look for other survivors like us, reinforce the city, and look for others willing to defend it.
Yes. There's an entity down below. In the mines, the metal mines. I imagine you know of it.
Yes.
Do you have some relation to it? Does it help?
It simply exists. We all have a
Fair
relation
enough.
to it.
The dragon down below. We're all concerned about it. I imagine you more than anyone else. We do you think you'll be able to hold out? I know that time moves differently here, but what do you think of your chances?
We will persevere.
I should hope so.
We should be able to rebuild in time before that one's agents come.
I'll point at the blue doorway.
Wisdom.
Where do you suppose that goes?
The sanctuary.
I see. And does that lead then to the dragon?
It does.
Do you expect we'll be able to get by it? What state is it in?
It is alive. It can speak.
And our way out back home, it's through there?
Yes.
What do you recommend we do? Is there any reasoning with it to let us through?
It does not obstruct your way. It should not be able to hurt you.
I see. Any advice as we go down there? Should we avoid speaking to it altogether?
Stay together.
All right. Yes, that's fair enough.
We will allow you to enter the sanctuary for what you've done for us today, but you may never return.
Well, I should hope it doesn't come to that. And if it does, then know that we won't mean to intrude, only to help. For now, we don't have much, but if you're in need, if your people are hungry or in need of any healing, we do have healers here.
We will manage.
Feel free to join us. Consider the invitation open. And then I'll go back to our group.
Okay. So, is anyone wanting to keep watch, or are you wanting to take your long rest?
I would like to keep first watch, and I would like to invite Kelwin to join me.
I'll take second watch.
Cool, I'll take second watch.
Take third watch.
I'll go last with the newbie.
Okay.
Which one?
Shada is gonna take first watch with Helith and Kelwin.
All right. Sounds good. So as you all go ahead, Kelvin.
Just a quick point. Ember was also gonna take a look at the adamantine armor.
Yeah. So it isn't. It's magical, but it's not in a way. The armor itself is the property of the metal that has like this almost innate magical ability. But it's more so just really sturdy armor that stops, physical critical attacks from occurring.
Okay.
Like
you said adamantine plate.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, thanks.
It's just as magical as any other type of adamantine.
Mm-hmm.
Who doesn't curse their armor? It's like leaving your car unlocked.
I didn't say that what can identify
Right.
a curse.
Right. I might not know unless I try it, which could be interesting.
Should really get myself some armor one of these days.
Could help.
So-
You've gotten this far.
Shada, Elith, and Calvin, it's time for your watch.
Woohoo!
One of you can make a perception check with advantage, or two of you can make a straight perception roll.
My perception's meh.
I've never been very good at paying attention to my surroundings. I tend to get distracted.
Shada has a +4.
Go for it.
10.
Okay. Let your watch
We are not
commence.
So quick question. Did I ever
Sure.
get that head?
Not yet.
So no head.
Get your head later.
Okay, so where is okay, so literally throw in my where is Claude? Is he in the vicinity? Can I see him?
Probably
not
out
with that
fulfilling the
perception roll.
requests.
now.
So.
Where is he?
Where
don't
you
know.
at though?
This is the most insistent I have ever seen anybody about
Hello?
getting.
Trying to get a humanoid head for the last like
Not
3
even
months.
just humanoid, it just has to be a head, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't we have a few like the dragon skull?
Well, I can't really. I want to make this easy for you, Kelwin. I need
Okay.
your help. Okay, I know you do metalworking. I know you do a little bit of the fancy stuff.
Yeah.
So, I really would appreciate your assistance. Maybe you could quote me on what it would look like for gilding, or around the skull, like a little crown. Because I need that for some of my spells.
Okay. For usually a spell is pretty specific, like the material component required. Do you know?
Is a gilded skull worth at least 300 gold.
300 gold.
So
Okay.
You're
I'm
planning on
assuming
having it gilded.
Didn't you already
So-
get a skull
300
gilded
worth-
in Alaran?
I know, but that's only one.
What spell uses it? Because I think for something like that, it probably doesn't break it. You probably can use it multiple times.
It would say it consumes it.
It
if
says
it...
summon undead. So
Pretty
it'd probably
sure-
consume it.
I don't think so.
It would tell you
It would say which
that
skull
it consumes the
consumes.
material if it
doesn't
does.
say it.
Then you
So
only
then
need
it-
one.
Yeah, you only need one.
Okay, well I don't have one.
But soon enough,
Right
Claude does return, kind of
Yes.
dragging this head behind him. And like holds it off as the kid's head that was playing the games when you guys first entered the city.
Oh, that's
Okay,
so fucked
It doesn't
up.
matter. It doesn't matter. You guys turn away, turn away, turn away. I'm gonna grab it from him, yoink, and I'm gonna bring it over, and I'm gonna cast blight on it, and like melt off the rest of what might be on
Okay.
there.
Okay.
Clean it
Oh my
off a little
God.
bit,
Okay.
and then I'm going to present this skull to Kelwin. Here you go, good sir.
Pull out
Right.
a
All up
perfectly
to you.
normal child skull.
It was missing its two front teeth.
You know,
Sooner-
the head size, it reminds me of Gari almost. It makes me miss him so much.
Oh,
Oh my god.
that's
Oh my god.
not what
I
it
can't wait
is.
to go home.
Okay, me too. So if
Shadow's going to pray.
yeah, I feel like I need to also, but I don't know who. Maybe Mistra, I guess. But I guess for your skull, if the value of it needs to be worth 300 gold, one option is we could take 300 gold worth of coins, melt that down and like gild it, or we just buy 300 gold worth of precious metal like silver if you want, or gold or whatever, and I'm sure between, and I mean we've got help with Shada and Ember are good at this kind of thing too. They probably haven't worked with skulls specifically very much, but I don't think I have either.
It's okay. We can get more.
Oh, practice. Good. Good.
I mean, I assume. I mean, it doesn't have to be fancy or anything. So yeah.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
when we get back to the prime material plane, there's probably plenty of deer skulls you could just find in the wild, and that's considerably less sketchy.
Man, you are gonna have a really rough time in this group.
Are they awake?
I don't know, but he's gonna have a great
you
time.
guys, you guys need to get.
Go back to sleep.
You need to get your rest so that we can have a good day tomorrow. Come on.
Hey,
Okay.
shut up.
So,
Okay, yeah. I think we can work with that, Elith. If you have any artistic input, we can do that.
No.
What kind of time frame would gilding it, if we have the supplies, take?
A day or so.
Okay. All right. And I also have a project I'm trying to finish up for Jack.
Yeah.
I think I have 2 days left on that. Yeah, because it's taken me a total of about 5 days to do it, and I have 3 days completed. I'm still not exactly sure what it's gonna do when I'm done with it. But yeah, between those 2 projects, I don't know what kind of downtime we're gonna have when we get back, but I'll work on it.
I don't know if we're gonna have much downtime.
Yeah, I don't suspect so. I've had to kind of break up into chunks how I've been working on it up to this point, so I might have to keep doing that. I mean, technically, I haven't really brought this up much, but I don't need that much sleep.
You are an elf, aren't you?
Yeah. Most of the time I'm awake, thinking up designs anyway. I don't know.
Also, Kelwin, I don't know if you could focus very well, but if we're traveling a distance and you want to work on your stuff, you can ride on my broom and use your hands, and I can just command it to follow, and you don't have to walk.
I could try that. That could be
You might fall off.
dangerous. I'm working with molten glass for Jack's project.
It's
but
steady, but yeah.
I could try. I mean, I've had to develop a steady hand for the meticulous little toys that I made with my dad. All the little gears and things.
You know, Cohen.
Hmm.
Oh, Moradin isn't only a god of forge. He also our engineers and warriors also worship.
I mean, I like that idea. I worked really hard to get where I am. I know other people depend on the power of a higher being, but I didn't have to borrow somebody else's power. I did this. Does that make any sense?
That makes sense.
And I'm not trying to say that I don't want to disrespect anybody's god, because we've seen some crazy powerful stuff.
Again,
but
I'm not suggesting you take power through worship. I'm just saying, if it helps you, a god who is very present in your craft might comfort you. No, you've been kind of uneasy.
Yeah, I didn't think I would make it this far, especially here, in this creepy place. I think it's been messing with my head. Yeah, I definitely have kind of panicked recently. And I guess it's still there, although I feel a little bit relieved because we beat the creepy guy, but we still have to go past the being that almost destroyed so much of the world, based on what I read in that Historia.
Yeah, that's true. Well, we just have to keep pushing forward, like we always do.
Yeah.
And soon enough, it is time to wake up the next watch. Hugh and Jack. It's now your turn.
All right.
One of you can make a perception check with advantage. The other one, or the other choice is that you each make one separately.
All right. Would I be able to cast guidance on one of us?
Yes.
I'll give it to Jack, and then I will roll my perception. Oh no, I'll What's your perception, actually? Yeah, you want me to?
I'm a one-eyed man at this point. In mechanical terms, that's +4.
I've got a little bit more than you. Here, I'll cast guidance on myself.
You can see more with your one eye than I can see with both of mine.
I'll help you so long as you're sitting on my bad side.
All right. So
All right.
let's see how that pans out for us. 21 plus guidance.
Nice.
All right.
22.
Keep an
Not
eye
bad.
out. Your watch begins.
That
Nice.
was good what you did. Very effective.
Or the forbiddance or everything else?
Well, the forbiddance, for sure. But everything else as well. You kept your head. That's good. Glad to have you aboard.
Appreciate that. Helping to keep my head, you know?
Yeah.
Things like this especially.
What else could that affect?
Forbiddance?
Otherworldly things, I suppose.
Yeah, slew things. Things that aren't from this world. Celestials, anything composed entirely of one element, maybe. Anything from the Feywild, the Nine Hells, and this place. I can bring all of it far away from me.
We're lucky then. All right then. So, you know a little bit about us, I suppose, by now. We don't know much about you. Where are you from?
Material Plane, actually. Valerian Empire is where I was born and raised.
Well, okay. Are you from the city or from out in the country?
City. The districts where the elves live.
Parents still living?
Not so much, but pressure's still there for sure. My bloodline, the Tobaliza bloodline, it has a reputation. Heroes are born from my bloodline, without fail.
Sounds like pressure.
It is.
Well, what do you think? Do you think you're there yet?
I don't think I'm there yet, but one day I'll definitely reach that point. And, somewhere along the line, in search of fame and powerful artifacts, you find your way into the Nine Hells. Now I have this obsidian key thing. Not sure what it does, but might come in handy one day.
It's quiet so far.
Yeah.
Good when a plan comes together. I just hope to gods that we did something right.
I believe so. In the words of that Shatterkai, we freed those people. They were in pain. But,
yeah,
in one strange little way, they had their own life beyond death for a little bit. Unfortunate way to bring that to an end, but it's for the best.
Something you should know, when we go back to the material plane, there are people, very powerful people, hunting for us. And if you stick with us, you'll be brought into that as well.
I see. So that would mean I have enemies by association then.
Very likely. If not immediately, then inevitably.
I understand. Who are they?
Ministers. Useless people, I suppose. Powerful people. People trying to do what they can to stop the dragons. And any other damn thing. At the moment, they're kidnapping Dragonborn and putting them in keeps. The Minister of Information is one of them.
That sounds horrible.
The time of upheaval. Interesting times. You're in the middle of it. Or at least caught up in its wake. At any rate, if it all comes out on top, there's a nice tavern with this lot likes to hang out in, and I'm sure you'll fit in just fine if you're looking for a place.
Yeah, sounds enjoyable. Might be worth paying a visit.
The Flint and Steel. Good spot. Bread's a bit stale.
Doesn't sound horrible.
Better than this place.
Yeah, that's true. Well,
so I suppose our watch will continue in about kind of along that vein.
Yeah.
All right. And soon enough, it is time to wake up. Next watch. Sam and Ember.
Good morning.
Good luck.
Anything unusual happen?
Nope. Nothing different. Put my head over my head.
Everything was fine.
I'd like to take a look. Are the Shatterkai still there?
Yeah.
What are they doing? Are they sleeping? Are they watching us? Or
They're all still sitting in that semicircle around their fallen comrade.
Interesting. Okay. Good morning, Sam. How are you?
You know, got into a combat yesterday, and nothing blew up that I didn't want to blow up. And you know what? That's just a good day.
Do things blow up around you a lot?
More than I would like. It's been happening for a long time, and it gets stronger and stronger as the years have passed, and I deal with it as best I can, I suppose.
You notice Ember is kind of very intently staring at you. When we get back to the prime material plane, if we have time, I'd like to study you for a little bit, if you wouldn't mind.
Like,
I have a friend like you, and I'm not exactly sure how they work. I'm not exactly sure how you work. You could help me solve a lot of mysteries.
Sure. I mean, I do have a lot of debts, so I'm not certain I'd be able to do it for, like, free.
I'm sure that the college will be willing to pay experimental fees.
You know what? That might actually be good.
And anything you blow up there, students are probably going to blow it up anyway, so...
Guess I'm not alone in that, am I?
Not everybody is very adept at controlling their magic. It's very unfortunate.
The hardest part is that sometimes when I can feel that surge coming on, I can feel like it building in the back of my head, and it just snaps in a weird way.
Is that why you look like vaguely gestures to all of you?
Yes, that is exactly why.
Hmm.
Save for one injury, these are all done by wild magic. And he
Well,
kind of just rubs the back of his head.
well, we can at least clean you up a little bit, and I'll cast prestidigitation on him and clean him up. Interesting. What do you think those Shadar-kai over there are doing? I assume they're mourning the loss of their friend, but it seems like it's been going on for a very long time. Longer than any funeral rites I've ever seen.
I mean, I was raised as a sailor. Mourning rituals can vary through a whole bunch of different cultures. Some of them have been known to last for weeks.
I don't plan on staying here weeks.
If it keeps going like this, it could be just until morning. If it doesn't stop at morning, they're probably going to keep going for quite a while.
Curious if they did this for everybody during the loss of their city. Oh, you probably don't know this since you just got here today. This city used to be inhabited by thousands of them, and they were destroyed by the undead, which we just destroyed. And, yeah. This is all that's left of them. All that we know of, anyway.
And he kind of looks over at them, and he says, they've been in hiding for a while, haven't they? They might not have had a chance to mourn.
Did we get a timeline for how long the undead have been here?
No.
I have no idea. I don't know. I think maybe we should keep an eye out to see if any of... Oh, you also don't know about these. So, this place is inhabited by tortured souls, really. These things called the Sorrow Sworn. If you get lost here, you have an overly powerful emotion. That emotion can take over and, we'll say, transform you into this. And I'll minor image an image of all three of the Sorrow Sworn that we've seen so far. You should be very careful with your emotions.
Definitely should be a little bit careful about that.
Luckily, it seems like we're just at the exit. We should, however, keep watch. I have a +0 to perception. I don't know about you.
I have a -1.
Oh,
No.
I got this.
And you chose to do it together. Have you guys even rolled for perception? Doesn't matter. Nothing's gonna happen anyway.
Oh, don't tell us that.
I also got a 12.
If something did happen, you definitely didn't notice.
Alright.
Cool.
And soon enough, it is time to wake up everyone.
Ding, ding, ding. Good morning.
Good morning.
Rises from her shallow grave.
Oh my god.
Getting really into character there.
That's how I feel waking up in the morning.
Did you take that yourself?
But that's too relatable, okay? It's too relatable.
I did. It's a skill.
The dogs get treats.
Oh. I forgot!
Nice.
Right.
I
I
forgot
got
too.
it covered.
How are the Shadar-kai? Are they still gathered around their fallen comrade, or are they kind of waiting expectantly here?
The Shadar-kai are just, still sitting in that semicircle. Cross-legged seem to be meditating about it.
Okay.
By the way, as our long rest concludes, I think I am going to make the adamantine armor my artificer armor and go ahead and try it on.
Nice.
You also have to re-up the healing pool on the hammer.
That also.
Okay. So yeah, you can all mark your character sheets for a long rest.
Nice.
Talwin, as you put on the armor.
You grow 2 more heads.
Oh no!
You're suddenly obsessed with a man called He-Man? You don't know. Anyway.
Kelvin will be back next week with more.
Yeah, if we're done with the morning ritual and just sort of quick snack with whatever rations we've got left, I'd like to get over to the Shadow Kai. Tell them.
Sam will attempt to cast Mage Armor as he does every morning, although he will be 30 feet away from everybody when he does so. Okay, no incidents.
Nice. We intend to depart now. So as far as we've been led to understand, it's just through there, and I'll point through the doorway.
It is.
We thank you for your help. Will you allow us through you into the sanctuary?
Be careful. And safe travels.
Yes. And if we meet again, it'll be as friends. I hope.
I would like to cast a message to Jack. What help did they provide that we are thanking them for?
Direction. And beyond that, an alternative to an undead role to this place. And maybe, just maybe, they'll be an hour dead.
Onward!
Okay, so you all begin to walk forward. Are you going into the doorway?
Yes.
Oh yeah, we are.
Neat.
Does Ember have his mage armor on?
No, I did not cast it.
I'm gonna give myself
without being properly dressed?
I don't know if I can make the adamantine armor my artificer armor yet, actually.
What are the prerequisites for it? Like type of armor?
I don't know if I can make magical armor.
It's not magical though.
Not magic.
It's just the type of metal.
Okay. It's not showing up as an option for my infusions.
Interesting. We'll look at it later.
Yeah.
So as you all enter into the doorway, there is a staircase that spirals downward, made of black stone. Do you all go down?
Okay. How far does the staircase look like it goes?
You cannot see because it's completely walled except for the staircase.
Oh, okay. Let's go down. I could see normally up to about 120 feet.
Spiral staircase, you can only see one level down.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. But yeah. Yeah.
As you slowly begin to descend, soon the torchlight begins to become more scarce and eventually fades altogether.
Oh no, it's dark.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
I'll produce flame and carry it like a torch.
Okay.
If it makes a difference, my dark vision goes out to 300 feet.
Oh.
It doesn't really.
It's still a spiral staircase.
Yeah.
And soon enough, it levels out into a large chamber. On the opposite side, about 500 feet, you see the faint green light of a doorway.
I'll put my hand up.
High five.
There is something held down here. Whatever it says, whatever it might promise, whatever it might offer, we are not taking it up on any of that. Understood?
Of course.
Pretty reasonable.
I think
Okay.
I'm going to cast Detect Evil and Good on myself for a slot.
And Shada is going to summon his dragon slaying blade
Cool.
just
I-
in case.
I have a
Just in
question.
case.
Yeah,
What kind of green is it?
vibrant.
Is
the
it the
reason why I
kind
say
of
that is
green?
because it's compared to everything else you've seen down here, it seems much more green on the other side.
Is
Is
it
it
the kind
like?
of green that I'm thinking about?
Is it be prepared green?
It is not the sickly green, be prepared. It is the color of grass.
Okay.
Oh,
It's not Disney villain green.
When I activate Detect Evil and Good, do I get any immediate pings?
Detect evil and good. What is the exact description of that spell?
For the duration, you know if there's a aberration, celestial, elemental, fae, fiend, or undead within 30 feet of you, as well as where the creature is located.
It's none of those things.
And I also know places of magically consecrated or desecrated objects.
All right. So you do get a ding for that. What's the range?
30 feet.
30 feet? No, you don't get a ding for that.
It,
don't know.
it lasts for a little while, right? It lasts for like 10 minutes or so.
It does last for concentration up
There
to
are
10 minutes.
these large pillars going up into the ceiling, kind of lining this walkway. On the each side of it, there seems to be a gap of nothing. And as you're walking, eventually you see a faint purple glow. It is a spike that is about 10 feet in diameter, with runes inscribed on it, with a heavy metal linked chain dangling from it.
can I see what the runes are?
Make an Arcana check.
I need the pretty dice for this one. 21.
21. This is an ancient and powerful magic. It is runes of sealing.
Wow.
Hey guys, we found the place. These are the runes that are keeping this guy here.
Well, if they're still there, that's a
Away
good
from
thing
that.
then.
Yeah, they're still in good condition. Think they'll still work. I mean, I imagine they are. He hasn't escaped.
Yeah, they seem fine to me.
Alright, let's keep going.
As you continue walking, you soon begin to hear the sound of metal against stone being dragged out in the darkness, but you cannot see the source of the sound. Just ask you, you do see the chain itself just moving, but what it's attached to is not there.
Right. There's something moving off in the distance. Be careful.
I have a feeling that it is the dragon.
I
Pick up the pace.
Cast mage armor.
Real quick, I'm going to use one of my features, Eyes of Night, and I'm going to share my very good dark vision with up to 5 willing creatures.
No, Zarg's gotta be willing.
Yeah, you gotta give it to Zarg. Probably the other human too.
Anybody that just wants to pick up 300 feet of dark vision.
Oh, I would. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I'd be down for that.
300 feet?
300 feet of dark vision.
Ah,
So I'm just gonna share my sight with as many people as I can.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So all those with dark vision, you look off into distance in the direction of the chain, and soon you see here one thunderous footstep, and then another one. And then peering from the shadows, emerging from it, is a black scaled snout with rows of teeth and 2 glowing purple eyes. It seems like the very smoky shadow itself is just constantly flickering off of it. It smiles. As it does through its nostrils, these purple flames just sputter out. It's been a while since I've had visitors.
Passing through.
Yeah, we're not acknowledging him, right? We're just going.
Just keep walking, guys.
The
What a
head
wonderful
begins
day.
to arc upward. It towers higher than any dragon that you've seen before.
Oh my god. I should have done something with divination before walking in here. I should have done some augury. Hey, Wheeler
Is this
Wolf.
a good idea?
Yeah.
I mean, we have to go through here to get out.
It is off to the left. The doorway is in front of you.
I would.
How far away?
You're about halfway there.
Oh boy.
Just keep going.
Calmly keep walking. Do not panic. Predators smell fear.
One is
Sounds
peeing
about
his
good.
pants.
Yeah, keep walking.
Matching pace.
Just keep walking.
No shaking in your boots now.
If measly beings such as yourself are coming from here, it must be time. And I have been waiting, ready to devour all in my wake. So run. Run, little morsels. For I will be here.
Have you considered putting some sawdust in your food? It might help you with that stomach problem.
Oh my
And
god.
Don't talk to him. Let's go.
And as you all continue to briskly walk to the portal, that is where we're going to end our session for the night.
Wow, what a great time.
Good.
That was
so
such a
good.
nice sightseeing event, you guys. So
Oh,
fun.
man.
Nice vacay.
So,
Sawdust.
you all emerge from the Shadowfell in a very nice and green field full of flowers. And we will see everybody next week for our Halloween one-shot, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here at twitch.tv/PrestigeGC. And then the week after that, we will be taking a break. So this will be the last time you see the Champions Academy for the next 2 weeks.
I'll be there for the Halloween.
Hooray.
Yes. I'll be there too.
A few of our members will be joining us for the Halloween one shot. Other than that, I would like to thank all of our amazing role players. First and foremost, Elifasago, our tiefling warlock, collector of heads.
Yeah, it's me. Great session. I'm gonna miss you guys for 2 weeks. I'll watch the Halloween one because I'm not in it, but yeah, it's gonna be a long 2 weeks. And yeah, anyway, gonna pass it off to Ember, our fire wizard, who is a master of invisibility.
And fire.
And fire.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Invisibility, too.
to be fair, I wasted 2 6th level and a 7th level spell slot just on invisibility.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
There you go.
Master of Invisibility it is. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I'm gonna be sad for the next 2 weeks. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I guess
Watch the Halloween stream.
I'm gonna watch the
Heckle us in the Halloween stream.
Yeah. I'll be able to spend my channel points on something. Yay!
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're out of channel points.
Anyway, it was a lot of fun. I'm gonna kick it over to Shada, our
Alright.
cat.
Okay. Yeah, might be a cat, but I just cut off 3 heads in one swoop.
At least you're not
Indeed.
Claude's cat, you know?
Oh yeah.
Aw.
Why did you?
Who's doing? That was the session.
I can't stop.
Darn it, being
Yeah,
new
rest in peace
to
to that
the
cat.
stream, I totally thought they were talking the same thing, so I got really confused.
Yeah, yeah, great session. Wow, it's gonna be a while until the next one. But yeah, I cannot wait either way. And I will pass it to, the man himself, Kelwin, our
Thank you.
elven artificer.
Thank you. And thank you for the offer of comfort from the cool Dwarven god. I'll keep that in mind.
Dwarven
Did he give you a
Allfather.
pamphlet?
Oh yeah. Why didn't I ask for that?
He doesn't hold a pamphlet.
Oh. Does he have like a metal pamphlet or something?
The only religious things that he holds are his weapons and his forge tools. Like,
cool.
Maybe like a sword with an advertisement on it.
I'm a self-made man, so. Lots of fun though. Glad I was able to show up. Thanks, guys, and I will pass it off to Midnight Jack.
Hi. Thanks so much for joining us, listeners and viewers. By the way, feel free to check us out on YouTube or wherever it is you get our podcasts, your podcast, because we are everywhere. Just look for Prestige Encounters.
We know
this was fun.
We know there's 15 of you listening to us right now. We know you.
And we love each one of you, each and every one of you, especially you. You know who I'm talking to. And I'll miss you all. I'll see you next week for the Halloween one shot. I'm excited. And I'm gonna kick it over to Zark. Don't know who my beast companion is, but boy oh boy, that bonus section help would have been so cool. Would have been so cool. And boy howdy, bye, have a good time. Also, I'm gonna kick it over to
Yeah, thank you, Zark, appreciate it. All right, very fun session, this one. We had a very nice fight with the Skull Lord, and yeah, it's gonna be a really, really huge wait. It's gonna give us a lot of time to prepare though, so make sure you tune in as soon as we're back, because it's gonna be a great one right off from the get-go, I'm sure.
I'm pulling a card immediately.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be so great. But yeah, no, without skipping a beat though, I'm gonna pass this over to our newest person here, Tim.
Yeah.
The sorcerer who promoted his frontline abilities and then stood in the back and blasted.
There you go.
Who knows? Maybe next time he'll explode or turn somebody into a sheep. Nobody.
Yeah, keep your chaos to yourself, please.
Hey,
please stay a very far distance away from you.
I am so excited to be playing for however long I'm going to be here, and it is going to be great every session. And I'm so sad that neither of the next weeks are going to have any. And I look forward to having more fun with you guys going forward. And I guess we're passing it back to Salkos.
That is me, the Dungeon Master. Once again, thank you everyone so much for tuning in to our session tonight. We will see you for our spooky and riveting one shot next week at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here at twitch.tv/prestigegc. Until then, everyone, bye.
Bye.
Have a nice
I got one more thing to say.
Oh?
To that specific listener in question, personally, I don't judge, but you should probably wash the Cheeto dust off your fingers before touching your phone.
Oh, called out.
For that other listener, do your fucking homework.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
Bye.